NCRP Productions presents Star Wars Force and Destiny, Desperately Seeking Dathomir, Episode 3.
Hello, Nerf Herders. This is Darth Jessica. We are running Force and Destiny, the Star Wars role-playing game, and at the table with me are...
Hey, this is Steve. I'm running Aakron Devaria. I am a Zabrak? I always pronounce it wrong. Hunter.
I don't even know your own race's name. I love it.
You know what? It's all regional. It's all regional. It just depends where you're from.
Regional dialect. There we go.
It's all regional.
Hey, this is Barry. I am running Rock. I am a Garalaar, and I am a warrior.
Hey everybody, this is Pedro. I'm playing Adrian Rand, the human.
Right. And good looking too. I was going through the character gen, and you're a handsome fellow, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Well, I want to be handsome. What's going on here?
Well, you're a Zabrak, or whatever dialect you call it today.
We're handsome.
You're Zabrak handsome. I'm human handsome.
Okay.
I already forgot your character.
All I wanted to
your race's name. I don't know.
That's all I really wanted to be in real life, was just Zabrak handsome. That's all I'm shooting for.
Well, when we last left off, you guys had started to plunge into a pool of water, and you all received Force visions upon entering the pool. So you are swimming through the pool and coming up out the other side and into a cave. All three of you have arrived safely, but a little wet and a little bit on the cold side.
Okay, and the visions for each of us ended when we came out of the water on the other side?
Yeah, kind of, yeah. I mean, it's a Force thing, so it felt a lot longer than the length of time you were in the water.
Okay.
So we just crossed the pool of water.
Yeah, you went down underneath the pool of water, through a little cave, and up the other side into another cave.
Okay.
And you're feeling the pull of what you're assuming are Kyber crystals, but
Okay.
I
who
would
knows at
assume
this
that.
point.
I have no idea what they are.
I would.
Yes, yes, Adrian would. No.
I'm mildly uncomfortable with this.
Yeah, I mean, I arrive out of the water, looking around. I see, like, we all arrive relatively at the same time.
Yeah.
So my first immediate thought is to look towards where I think the crystals are, and then look back at these two, and I can feel like the first immediate feeling is some anger, because from the vision that I remember, there was only going to be two crystals, and that jealousy and egoism starts rising up, and then immediately the immediate thought is that I want the crystal. I can have one, and then one of them. Yeah, I told them that they could have the first ones. But then I start thinking about my rational thoughts come back, and I just I take a few breaths and I try to remember the Jedi code, where anger leads, and so I calm down a bit. But I'm still a little on edge, especially from that pretty intense experience.
Of course. And we need to back up a little bit, and y'all need to give me Force rolls. So
Okay.
we see.
Oh, that's right.
All right.
Start it
Let's
off.
do it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to kick in one good.
This fits perfectly. I'm fitting in one dark side.
So hand that out to Jess.
I'm also good on the dark side.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Just
yes.
Just one.
More power.
Goodness
Unlimited
gracious.
power.
Like we need more of this right now.
Yeah.
So I know that I should have the background thing, motivations, ambition, expertise, but wasn't there...
Oh, your flaw is love/jealousy.
Yeah.
You're a
thought that
very loving person, but
I
you
am.
get jealous easily.
Yeah, I was just wondering, because I was thinking in terms of the vision, that would be what would kind of drive me, but I guess it doesn't... I don't think it gets written down on the...
It should be on your character sheet,
Think of the second page.
because it's
I will
next to
find it.
morality.
It is next to... So I see motivations, I see morality, but it didn't actually...
Oh, it didn't get written down.
It didn't get written down. So again, mine were...
Love
Oh,
and
love.
jealousy.
And jealousy. That works for me. You guys have it written down on yours, and I just kind of lame character sheet.
I have independence and coldness, man.
Nice. Okay.
I'm actually surprised. I thought.
Not motivations.
What are you looking for then?
Morality. Your morality.
Did I do morality, man?
He did.
Oh,
He did.
yeah.
What was?
The morality is like a conflict. That's different than your motivations.
Right. So
What
what
is
was?
it?
What
What are
were
you-
the? What was the morality then for the Zabrak?
I don't have any.
But it was It was.
You did have it. I know you
It was
had
coldness versus independence.
Right,
Yeah.
That's my morality.
it. So
Yeah.
yours
Yeah.
is written down
Yeah, look, if you look right here,
on motivations, like right above,
right underneath it,
morality?
right here.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I just have a lame character sheet.
So mine
I'll have to go back and
mine
fix
populated
fix
on it.
Yep. I'll
We'll
go back
have
and
to
fix
edit this part out.
Yep. All right. Do you have yours?
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's not egoism though. It's not egoism.
And it's a perfectly acceptable answer unless you guys start picking at it. So.
All right. So you have a dud character sheet as well. I wonder how I did Steve's character sheet correctly and mine wrong. That's interesting.
I don't know.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
it's interesting, Barry.
anyway.
How did you-
All right. So coming out, my immediate thing then is to be watching both of them.
I think
Is there light in here?
I think all of us pretty much had that same scenario where we're
Just-
right.
We all just come out glaring at one another.
Kind of, yeah. I mean, I think my scenario was kind of like fuck you too as well. So
My ears are down. My tail is just at the end. The tip is just twitching.
Right out of the water.
to be
just-
fair, my guy's been this way the whole time though with you guys.
Right.
So
Right.
yeah, this is
Nothing
normal
new.
for
this
you.
is normal
Like,
for me. I come
look
out like that was weird.
I look over at you and you're glaring. I'm like, okay, he's fine.
So the cave that you're in is pretty tall. It's probably 3 times the height of an average human being.
Okay.
And there's a back wall, and you can see what looks to be another opening on the left side of the cave. And there's a faint glow coming from that opening.
And that's all the light we have.
Yes, unless you turn on the flashlights that Adrian found last session.
Yeah,
And
which
you
I
said
mean,
there was an opening to the right.
Left. To the left.
once I get out of the water, which I'll want to get out of the water pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'll turn on the lamps again, or at least mine. I think there was a
There were
couple.
3.
Everybody had. Oh, you had one.
I had one.
Yeah.
Everyone had one, right?
Yeah, we all had
Yeah,
one.
I brought one for me and okay, you guys are gonna have to
So
remind me.
I have mine. Mirok.
Oh, Mirok and Akkron. Okay, I have them right here.
And then
Remind me.
I will set my items down and do my shake.
So I literally want to rig my flashlight up to where I can have it on my somewhere on my person, so I don't have to hold it.
Okay.
Because both my weapons are two-handed weapons, and my guy's not gonna do that shit. So I hope you guys got good
So you like
flashlights.
stick it into your belly
You
button
could
or
stick
something?
it in your horns. You got horns.
Sorry.
at the top.
You have horns,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Zabrak, man.
Zabrak.
I got a whole hell of horns.
but
man.
you have horns that'll hold a flashlight.
They are kind. Remember Darth Maul? They're kind of curved at the top.
They're nubs.
Yeah, we're
Those
nubby.
aren't really.
Hey,
What
but it
horns?
goes from it
Horns.
ranges from nub all the way to horns,
Well,
depending
I was thinking
on.
I probably have like a satchel. So what I thought I would do is some kind of rig it where the light sits.
Actually, I want to be clear. You have a satchel because you do not have one of the ultimately rare backpacks.
Exactly.
From the Star
No,
Wars
no, I
universe.
got that lucky. I have a
who
satchel.
has the money for a backpack?
Nobody has that.
Or the contact.
Yeah, who could find one of those?
I could buy a
But
backpack.
also-
I wouldn't have enough money to put anything in it.
I imagine that as a hunter, you wouldn't want to carry around your light all the time. It probably has a clip of.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just
yeah.
clip. I'm
On the
gonna
front of his gun.
I'm gonna clip
On the
it.
front of his gun.
Could be that too. I'm gonna clip it on my satchel, so it just sits
Yeah.
on my chest and actually like. I mean, that's not perfect, man, but that's how it is.
So are you thinking that you have a disc flashlight?
Nope.
Because if you got like a long,
No,
you know, like
one of those ones where the light like swivels.
oh,
You know, it's face forward. You swivel the light forward.
Okay.
All I'm saying is this is fucking Star Wars. There's gotta be an abundance of types of flashlights. I pick the type that's badass.
2 types:
I get the
normal and badass. That's it.
I still like the one that he screws into
How do
his
you
belly button.
how do you fasten your mag light like that? That's crazy. Like, I don't understand it.
That was what I was thinking.
Yeah.
It's a big long mag light that's just sticking
Actually,
out of
you
his
know,
chest.
There's actually you never seen the flashlights that are like they're like L-shaped.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
That's
Yeah, the L shape.
So you do
Oh,
L-shaped.
okay.
That's what I envision our
All
flashlights
right.
being. It's like
And
L-shaped.
then you have it
ones.
taped to your chest?
I'm sure I could rig a clip at some point.
There's a clip on the
There's
back
a
of
clip.
them.
I just clip it.
Yeah.
You know what? Don't make my flashlight an issue. I fucking want my hands free. I got my flashlights and a force pipe. Let's go.
We gotta pause. I need you to draw me your flashlight.
Okay, here we go. I'm gonna show you my rig. I'm gonna rig it up. I'm gonna show you how it works.
I need detailed diagrams.
That's my fucking flashlight.
right. So even with the
I dropped my
flash-
flashlight halfway through. Fuck. Break the flashlight. It's a moot point.
Boy, that force vision really messed with you guys,
Yeah.
huh?
We are focused on
Stop
this.
picking on my goddamn flashlight! Son of a bitches.
And that's the best part is we turn to each other, we blind each other.
That's right. That's true.
So to the left, there, even with the flashlights, there is a glow emanating.
I
Yep.
think. I sense that is the way we have to
Put your hand out.
Yes. Oh.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
All right. Let's do this thing.
Yeah,
I have my
so-
force pack out. I definitely have my rifle on my back. Let's go do this.
I'll say I will go first.
So I will make sure that I am as close to a step behind whichever the two of them is farthest behind the other one. Okay, so I'm going to be just behind them, but in my head, I want to be close enough that if they seem to be going for the better crystal, that I have the chance to go grab it first.
You're in shooting range.
Not shooting. No. I wouldn't shoot you. It might hit the crystal.
Yeah,
So
that's fair.
unless you have an objection to it, my guy just starts to immediately lead the way.
Oh, okay. Do you run forward in front of him?
No, I mean, I'll go second.
They clop it.
Yeah.
I mean, my
Get
guy's
stuck in the
I
doorway.
mean, my guy's.
Yeah.
Honestly, is my thought process that I'm a hunter, so I figured I should probably go first.
Yep.
But, you know,
I'll
so
say-
I try to stealth my way in there.
I'll say,
Okay.
be wary. The force is strong here.
We can see you. The cave. Does he have to duck under for the opening? Not this cave.
No, the opening is probably about the height of a human being-ish, around that.
He's
It
7-something.
Yeah,
I was. I remember I retconned all that.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't have enough points to be rad, so I became like a 6 foot tall dude.
Are you just 6 foot? All right, so
Yeah,
perfect.
so
Did
it's a comfortable fit, but it is single file only.
Okay,
Wait,
so
Jess,
I will
can
be
we-
third in line.
Can we take away height in order to get more force points, dude?
That's what I did.
I'll be short. I'll be very short.
3'11".
Yes, but super strong.
I'm a madman.
Yeah.
8
That's why
strength.
Yoda's so strong.
Exactly.
Put all of his points into the force. And not
Well,
height.
it's same amount of force, no matter how tall the body is.
It's
so if you squish it
concentration.
down, it concentrates.
There we go.
Concentrated force powers. You don't know.
All right.
All right, so let's go inside. It'll be cool.
All right. You start walking through, and you notice that there's a lack of the spider webs, which is a good thing. But you can feel a pull, sort of pulling you forward. And as you're going through the cave, there are openings to other little sub-tunnels and caverns and stuff. But you pass them by because you just feel as though you are drawn.
Okay, so there's no light emanating from those.
Well, there's no light emanating from the tunnels that you are passing by.
Okay, that's what I
But
meant.
if you go around a corner, you can kind of see light coming from other areas, and what's weird is that you're not coming up on a source for it. That you would imagine that if there's light coming from the tunnel, you could see the source, but you can't.
Having just gone through the whole thing with the spiders, any of the side tunnels, I will, when I get to it, shine my light up, down, straight ahead.
All right, if you'd like, you can give me rolls to see, like survival rolls,
A survival roll, all right.
to detect any critters.
With
And if you're being stealthy, you'll have to give me stealth
and
rolls,
and
too.
this part I probably should have said this. I thought it went without saying, but it probably says when I stealthed in, I turned my flashlight off. So
Okay.
just so you know, I mean, it seems silly.
So at what
I'll try not to
level
point mine on you.
of difficulty?
Hey, guy.
This is going to be normal.
Easy?
Normal.
Average.
Average, sorry.
So you wrote things on the list, so I'm going there.
Yeah,
All right.
average.
I'm under the belief that there's probably. I'm going to say is we don't see the spider webs, and the force is strong here. I'm guessing there's no spiders.
All right, where's the cheat sheet? Because I think I literally rolled only bad stuff on every
no.
single die.
So
Those are bad.
yeah. So cancel the success. Cancel that. Yeah, you got one failure in total. So
1, 2, that and that. What does that do?
so that cancels that out. So this is
And this
advantage, and
cancels
that's
that.
despair.
So I
yeah.
have a failure in my survival.
All right, you
And
don't.
then for the stealth, is it also average?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I am going to stealth.
What's that?
So that's good.
that triumph?
That's good. That's
That is a triumph.
Okay.
Ooh.
But then I had one failure too.
That's okay.
Actually, what's that?
Triumphs count as.
That's despair.
Oh wait, this is a.
No, this right here.
Oh, that's a failure.
Okay, so I have one failure and a triumph for my survival.
Triumphs count as a success.
Perfect.
Where is
So
that?
those
Where's
two
the
cancers.
list of the,
So-
where's the cheat sheet list?
So I got 0.
I do have one.
No, we have the.
Oh, what happened?
That'll work. We had a
Share.
folder. Steve's sitting on.
Oh,
the
that
folder.
probably.
that was one of them.
You got the folder.
I
That's-
do. I have
that's
it.
why
Would you
I
like the
don't have
folder?
it.
I'll give it you right now.
Well, no, we're good. Now I have it.
I'm not afraid.
Okay.
All right, so I got nothing. I got
You
straight
got a
zeros.
triumph.
But then I got a failure.
Yeah, but that's okay. So triumphs means something really super duper awesome happens.
Like I didn't fail.
Like you didn't fail, but you also know exactly where the Kyber crystals are.
Well.
So you have a choice. Do
Mm-hmm.
you take off and tell everybody where you're being pulled to, or do you just book it and leave them behind?
Yeah, I mean, I'm independent, man. I book it.
And he's stealth enough to. Do I lose sight of him?
I'll try to.
What is your you can do a contested roll your perception against his stealth.
Okay.
To
Now,
see.
Since his stealth is 2... Well, it's 2 of the... But aren't they upgraded? I saw you roll the yellow one.
That was for my survival. That was my survival roll, by the way.
Oh, that was
so
your
That was my
survival.
survival roll.
Oh, yeah.
With the triumph.
Oh, okay. What's your
So I haven't rolled
stealth?
stealth yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna
So
roll
then,
stealth.
And so for stealth, I'll let you know that I have 2 successes and a threat.
Okay.
and so your stealth is 2?
That's 2, yeah. So I got whatever that doesn't look good.
Oh, wait, what's your difficulty?
Actually, that is good. No, it's not good. Why do I
no.
forget all the symbols? I forget every symbol.
That's okay.
Let me see these things here.
Is that the symbol list?
Where is my symbol
Everybody
list?
should have a symbol
So many
list.
symbols.
Where's the?
I should have gone over
Give
a
him
refresher
the-
first.
yeah.
I apologize.
Here you go. Symbol list.
There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Hell yeah. I like the symbolism in this game. All right, let's do this
So
real quick.
deep, man.
Super. So that's a success.
No, that's an advantage.
Advantage.
Advantage, I mean, rather. Okay.
Okay, a success with 1 despair.
Oh.
Or no, sorry, not despair, not despair. What's the other one? Disadvantage.
Threat.
Not threat.
Threat.
Yeah. Sorry, not despair.
Okay.
So we both
I
got
was
success.
gonna say.
On
Oh,
stealth.
this is perception to see if he books it.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm not looking.
You're
I'm
not-
stealthing and looking down the side.
Because I was behind you.
Yeah,
so-
you're right behind me.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So you start booking it.
Yeah, I
off
get to a
where
certain
the
point, and then,
crystals
and then
go.
like probably get into the cave when they're behind me, and then when I realize like I sense something and I know where it's at, I kind of look around, and you know, here's my guys. It's what I'm thinking in my mind essentially is that like I'm not saying I'm going to steal everything, but I'm saying I'm going to be the one to control this. That's just what my guy is. Like I may or may not take things, but I want to be the one to decide that when the time is right. Because that's just how my guy functions. So I'm like, okay, so I'll just book it without saying a word, and I'll try to lose these guys if possible, just long enough to go find these crystals.
Oh, all right. So actively trying to lose them. All right. So you meanwhile see him take off like a shot, and without any thought to Mirak, you follow him too, or attempt to,
well,
right? Or
Well, I would think. Yes, I book after him, but I'll shout. I was thinking of shouting something back to Mirak.
Okay.
Just like,
This motherfucker's running!
Actually, no, I probably wouldn't say anything to Mirak. I'd be, where are you going? And then just running after him and hoping you
I just
follow.
yell back, quiet! We're being quiet around here! Jesus!
Of course,
have
that's
you
gonna have
found?
Mirak look from the cavern and go.
Okay, I don't actually say anything, I just run.
Yeah.
all right. So you do call out to Mirak, and
Yeah.
All right. Mirak, what are you up to
Well,
after you hear the call?
I was looking down the caves and trying to be quiet, but his lumbering is not being quiet. So I guess I'm going to look up and see them going. That's going to get me going, so I'm going to end up running after him too.
Okay. And as you're running,
Mm-hmm.
you get another vision of the Force that's similar to the one that you had before, where
Oh,
it
God.
shows you getting the crystals
Mm-hmm.
and the other 2 without.
As it should be. Okay, I will decide which one to share the other crystal with. I was promised crystals. This is why I came. I mean, I'm not really a dick. My guy is a dick, but that was it. I can't. I'm not a dick. My guy thinks it's fair. I told Joe. I told straight up as my word of honor said I would come with you, but if you promise me one of these crystals so I can build my own lightsaber. He said okay. So to me, I'm like I'm just fulfilling our bargain. So I mean, I won't steal both crystals, of course, but I want to make sure I get one.
I don't. The odd thing is, I think for me, I don't know that I care about the feelings that I'm getting from the Force vision. Tell me that I want the crystal, okay? Because they have it, I want it. But I don't think I envision getting them for a purpose. Like, there's nothing in my head that I can remember that I wanted to build a lightsaber.
Mm-hmm.
So at this point, it's just running. It's not thinking in terms of building something from it. For me, it's just I want to make sure I get mine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So after about 5 minutes,
We've been running for 5 minutes.
yeah, you've been running for 5 minutes.
Okay. You want us to make any kind of a
you-
check?
Oh, so we've been running for a while.
You've been running for a while.
Oh, wow.
And you get the feeling that you've been going around in circles.
So we're still in the same large cavern. I didn't
You're
ever leave
still
the
in-
cavern.
no.
Side cavern.
You're
So I did make it on a side cavern.
yeah. I mean, it's this huge kind of labyrinthine
honeycomb?
network of kind of like that.
Okay.
Lots of different caves and caverns and tunnels all throughout here.
Hmm.
And
So at some point, do I feel like I've lost the sensation? I've lost my bearing.
you kind of are getting that feeling.
If we've been going for 5 minutes, I'm gonna shout out to him. Akkron, wait! You're going to lose your way.
I'm thinking he's lost.
It's too
already.
goddamn late for all that. No. So I'll stop at this point. If I feel like I've lost my way, if I really do feel like I've lost the beat on him, I'll try to play it off. I thought I saw something, and I'll start walking back. We're all waited.
What did you see?
I thought I saw a creature. I don't know. It was nothing that I could see.
Is that a spider?
You
I thought
after it?
perhaps. Sometimes you have to face danger head on.
Okay.
Luckily, it was nothing.
Well, good.
But I still don't see these crystals. You're the expert here. How do we find them?
Well, chances are we need to use the Force to find them rather than running around in circles.
I look distastefully at that. Ooh, I was hoping we didn't have to do that.
So let
And
me see.
I'm immediately looking around to see if I see a glow. Not our lights, not our flashlights, but a glow emanating from somewhere.
Give me a perception roll.
So when we first-
normal
when we
or
first-
average. Sorry.
When we
Stuck
first
on
went into
that.
the main corridor, room we first went into before we honeycombed off, there was light, without an actual source we could see, but there was light in that particular room. Now these different side caverns don't necessarily have that light, right?
You were seeing one kind of up ahead as
That
you
was the way
go
you ran.
around, and that was the way that you were
So
running.
what
and
happened
you
when I got
that.
to where I thought the source should be? Like it just kept moving forward, or just disappeared, or
Yeah, kind of. It's a weird thing where you just realize that instead of noticing it in that one place, you then notice it in another place.
continuously out of my reach.
Yeah, kind of like chasing a rainbow or what have you.
So for
Zabraks
perception,
hate rainbows.
looking for another just glow or emanating light, all I have is a net advantage.
Okay. What you can do with that is recover any strain, which you probably don't have.
I do. I
You
do
do
still,
have some?
unless
Okay.
unless we
We've been a little
magically.
stressed.
So
Just a little bit.
yeah, I'll recover the 2 strain.
I want to try and use sense to see if I can sense which way to go. Because I'm guessing at this point that the Force is not going to let us just stumble upon it. We need to actively be searching for
I
it.
was just gonna say you're gonna sense, right?
Yeah.
So I was gonna. Is it possible I can do seek to
Seek.
to seek the actual
Yep.
object?
Yeah.
So I'm
You
gonna
both
try to
can.
use seek then too.
And just while they're rolling, you said I could heal all the strain. The advantage says you can heal 1. I only had 1 advantage, so just 1 strain.
Oh yeah,
healed.
it's 1 strain
1 to 1.
per
So I
advantage.
still have
Sorry.
no, good. I still have 1 strain of damage, or whatever you want to call
Thanks
it.
for keeping me honest.
Yes.
So we just rolled the force. We just
So,
rolled this for that, right?
so everybody's back together,
Everyone is back together.
and do I see both of them like with their hands out doing some,
if that's
They
what
meet-
they're
Well,
doing.
me, I would.
Yeah, what are you
I would
doing?
probably have my hands not like out in front of me, but like up and
Okay.
upside down.
So, and then I'm gonna look at Zabrak. What's Zabrak doing?
So I like have my hand out. I'm like walking forward like I'm seeking something, but I don't know, dude. Like I got 1 dark side point. What's that? So I can choose
So
to use that, right?
you can use it, but you will get 1 point of conflict, which means that your morality at the end of the session can go down. You could dip closer to the dark side.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'll use a shit out of that. Absolutely, no questions
So
asked.
just like mark somewhere like conflict 1.
Okay, so I use that to seek this because I want it real bad right now.
And I
Because
am
it
just-
represents power for me.
So I'm just heading back and forth between the 2 of them, watching to see what happens, because I'm not sure what's going on at this point.
So you're like calmly sensing, and I'm like actively. I probably look anxious, like I'm out there looking around with my hand up, like I'm actually actively looking for something.
Yeah. And I got two light side force points,
nice.
so I'm just like sensing for the force and which way it's trying to pull me.
All right, and both of you, as you're sensing, you walk together towards the same opening, and you kind of bump into one another.
Do they back away from the opening? If they walk to the opening and kind of bump into each other as they're going, do they step away from each other?
That's their choice.
Bumping into you, I don't know if I would step away from you. I mean, other than
I think
just,
there's a
like,
moment where we both just look at each other like this.
Yes.
I think there's a kind of a
My
tense.
question
For
is-
me, there's a tense moment. I don't back
Yeah.
away from shit.
My question is, for me, do you guys step back and look at each other? Do you move out of the opening in any way?
I certainly do not. Here's what I see happening. I see us both concentrating a lot, and then both bumping into each other and bringing it out of our concentration, and both of us realizing we're both at the same spot. And there's this moment where we both look at each other, and I look down the hall, and I look at you.
All right, so
I'll
before they
say-
get that chance, as they're looking at each other, do I think that at my height, there's a way that I can zip past their legs and go through?
I think you probably could.
All right,
Fuck
what
Yeah.
would you like me to roll?
Let's see. Athletics.
That's not
Athletics,
the way.
I can do that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at you and say.
And I would say that is going to be an average roll, but with 1 setback die.
Black die. Got it.
Yeah.
All right.
well, I'm gonna have to force blast him.
Obviously.
Obviously.
You didn't know we had force lightning.
Yeah.
Look out. Careful, bro. I got convict points. I'm
All right,
ready.
so this is actually hilarious. So I have 2 successes with 2 threats.
So you just knock us both down and get us past
No,
us?
I don't think so. Not with 2 threats, but we'll see what the game master says.
So
2 successes with 2 threats.
So the successes mean that you can do it. You can go
right.
through there, but that there's something
But you injured the shit out of us.
that you either you can generate strain with those threats, or maybe on your next roll we could add a setback die. We can make.
You tell me. What would you like me to do? Because all of those sound very legitimate to me.
I think we'll do the strain.
All right, so I'm dropping
We'll go
2
with the
strain.
strain.
Thank God I healed the 1, but I'm through.
You are through. You
Okay.
got through their
am
legs.
I seeing the light emanating from down this passage?
You're not seeing a light, but you do feel that pull.
I am feeling it now.
You're feeling it now.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right.
So is this how it went? Me and you were sitting there looking at each other tensely, then he fucking flies past us?
Yep.
Yeah.
I forget you immediately, and I look at you and I go, shit, and I start running after him.
I'm gonna shout. I'm gonna just shout out because I wanted to try and shout to him first, but I'm gonna shout out. That is not the way. You will not find it. You need to be guided by the Force. Oh, they're gone. And so then I will say, if the Force wills it, then they will find it. And I am going to concentrate still on my Force and begin walking. I'm going to just walk forward, being guided by the Force.
All right.
I'm not even running. I'm just going to walk.
Not me. I panicked and I'm upset that the cat's going to get the crystals first. I'm running after that fucking cat.
And I have the flashlight, so as long as it is a straight and normal surface, I'm running.
I'm
Flat
too.
out
I'm trying to. I'm
You know
really
what?
trying to catch the cat. Yeah.
More than that, I know what I have clarity. My clarity in the Force is so strong. I know the Force is going to guide me to it. I turn off my flashlight.
Oh my! Show
Close my eyes and
Jesus.
walk forward.
Fucking A. This guy right here.
Okay,
This
wow.
guy right here.
All right, so the two of you are just running pell-mell through the cavern, and you're feeling like, oh yeah, this is the way. This is the way. This is the way.
I only run unless the cat
This
stops.
is the way, and you kind of feel like you're not sure which way it is again, and you turn around and you see this guy over here just alming his
So
way
I've run in
through
some
the
kind of
cavern.
a circle, like I've gone passage,
Yep.
and I'm back to being, come out of a passage, and there's Adrian.
I am
Yep.
one with the Force. The Force is one with me the whole
Are
way.
you saying that,
Yeah.
or are you just
Yeah,
you
I'm
are
saying
saying
that,
that?
yeah.
Okay, so I'll kind of skid, stop, look around, and then look back as he like barreling down on me.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
When I notice you don't find anything, I stop. I stop.
All right, so you kind of stop behind me.
I skip back and kind of stop behind you. I try to play it off.
So
Nothing here.
at this point, I am down on all fours, and I am ears totally up. I am following him,
Okay.
just following him,
He's walking very slowly, but with purpose.
and he's got his flashlight off.
He has his flashlight off.
Click. I'll turn mine off.
Okay.
But I'm staying close. I'm ears up. I'm doing everything I can to sense where he's walking.
All right. Are you meditating or anything?
I don't think I'm doing that yet.
You're not there yet. Okay. But you follow him. What are you?
So what I do is I ignore them both, and I immediately start to use my seek power again and try to seek on my own again.
All right. Give me
So
a
I'll do that
roll.
again real quick. God, I hope I get some more conflict. This will be awesome. In this scenario, I'm Darth Akkron.
Well, the way you're doing it,
Yeah! 2 dark side points.
Now,
You bet
are
I'm using them.
these, should these be being added to the pool or just?
No,
just,
those are
all right,
separate.
all right.
So that means I have 3 conflict now?
Well, no. So the thing is you don't need to use both of them, if I remember right. If you only
Right.
need one to activate it, you only need to use one.
Yeah, but you
Okay.
can't save the one that you're not spending.
Yeah.
It just goes away.
No,
It's
I'll just use the one then, so I have 2 conflict then.
like you got.
All right, so my guy's and which makes sense because my guy's absolutely after power,
Yeah, you're focused.
and I'm focused on it so hard that I don't get I'm not worrying about the harmony right now. I want to find these crystals. You know what? It's a tragic story. If you care to hear it, you know what? I have been dehumanized by the witches of my planet. The only thing they respect is power. You guys don't understand.
Correction. Zabrak-tized? Dehumanized?
I was advertised.
Actually, that's worse. You were dehumanized, and you're not even a human.
No, they made me feel like a human. It's horrible. You guys feel icky. All right, so I'm seeking again then. So I'll let them do whatever they want to do, and I'm seeking. If it takes me where he's going, I'll follow him obviously, but I just go wherever it's taking me.
So, if I look back at Akkron, Akkron's eyes are closed, and Adrian's eyes are closed, and they're just walking in the direction of their hands.
Yeah, well, while
Because he hasn't turned off his light.
Nope, mine's on.
No, Pedro seems to be at peace, and one could say that he has just surrendered himself to the will of the Force.
And I can see that Adrian's eyes are closed. That his are. I'm saying when I look back at Akkron, are his eyes closed?
No, he's
I'm like intense. I'm like actively like searching.
He's in stark contrast to Pedro's serenity, where he seems to be incredibly tense and frustrated.
Getting frustrated because I can't seem to quite find what I'm looking for, and I'm getting angry.
Okay, so if I step kind of, I don't know how big the space is, but if I move kind of to a wall, do they appear to be going the same way?
They do indeed appear to be going.
Okay, so I'm doing what I was doing before. Then I'm going to follow Adrian.
Okay.
Because Zabrak's just slightly behind us right now.
All right. So as you have surrendered to the Force, you get another vision, and this one shows a glittering cave full of crystals, just full to the brim with crystals.
Mm-hmm.
But you, on the other hand,
see one crystal and I have to kill everybody.
That you get to a cavern and there's just one tiny little crystal outcropping there. There's barely enough for one person, you think.
My hand tightens around my force pike. Sorry, I'm not trying to be a dick. I got a game. I'm not trying to be a dick. This is just my dude, bros. This is my guy.
No, you told us ahead of time what you were doing. I'm good with it.
I mean, I'm not trying to be actively evil, but my guy just literally I'm all about power, and it's
so you
for the wrong
say
reasons.
that, and yet you keep rolling dark side. So
I don't think he's aware he's being evil, though.
Yes, I just
don't think
kneecapped
so.
you, but I'm not trying to be.
See, with me, my guy just sees it as determination and survival of the fittest. That's what I do. You know, I'm a hunter, so it's like survival of the fittest. That's where I live my life, is out in the wilderness where you have to be like that. You know, so I'm more of like, I think I'm more animalistic in that way. Like I'm more.
Yeah,
practical.
it's not wanton cruelty. It's just the apathy of the universe.
Don't worry, you'll come back to the good side.
I'm hoping. Okay.
he says, I'm cutting both your Achilles tendons right now, but trust me, I will eventually get healed.
Yeah, I mean, it's for a purpose. It'll all work out. It'll work out.
That's the way of the Force. It'll all work out.
It'll all work out in the end.
So as of yet, unless, so again, I want to remind you, for my thinking for Mirok is he doesn't have something that he just goes into. So as a hunter, Akkron was pulling himself into it. As a trained Jedi, Adrian was forcing himself into it. I have neither. What I envision for my past is that when the Force things happen, they just happen. So I'm not asking you to do that for me, but I'm saying if you think at some point that comes over. But my focus is going to be on Adrian right now.
Yeah.
He seems to be a lot more calm. There seems to be an intensity, and when I ran, I couldn't find it. So I think the intensity is the wrong way to go.
I mean, you can probably see it. I mean, I'm imagining like I'm not like I have moments I'm getting visibly frustrated, and,
right?
And I'm probably feel. I mean, I can see my guy seeming like he's on the edge of violence at this point.
Yeah,
like
I can see
And Mirok is a intuitive person. He
most
may
cats.
not have the knowledge of the universe and stuff, but you have that empathy.
Yep. And I'm a lover.
You're our emotional support, whatever you are.
Support animal. They get my little orange vest.
What's your
I'm a Garalaar.
Garalaar.
How do you spell that?
Garalaar.
You spell it Love.
Garalaar. Okay, that's a lot of A's.
They love.
Okay, so you're our emotional support, Garalaar.
I just like it when he purrs.
Yeah, it's calming.
It's calming. Yeah. He gets in my ear and purrs. Easy.
Ooh, yeah, back behind the ear. Yeah. All right.
Okay. So you are walking down and you come to what looks to be a fork in the proverbial road. And Pedro, you go, you don't even have your eyes open, but you start going to the right.
Excellent.
Now, when I was running, do I think I ran down this passage?
It's really hard to tell.
Okay.
Yeah.
They all look the same to me.
If you want, you could give me a hard survival roll to see if you recognize any of it.
Sure, I will do that. A hard survival roll. Well, those are gone. Net 0.
Okay. All right. And then, Steve, you are watching Pedro go to the right, but everything in your being is screaming to the left.
Okay. Well, I've had to I'm independent. I've always only relied on myself, so I immediately think that he must be going the wrong way, and I immediately go the right way, the way I think I need to go.
Okay, so the moment we're going to the right and he goes down the left-hand tunnel, that's going to make me stop. I'm going to back up to where the fork is, and I'm going to watch them for a moment.
You got a classic light side, dark side choice for you.
Does Akkron seem to be still in that, I would call it like the hunter mode? So he seems to be very focused. It's kind of, almost breathing heavy, just drawing him down this way. And then I see Adrian, who is, if he could fly, he would just be floating.
Fucking hippie. Jesus Christ. You're like the guy, you're like the dude from the Big Lebowski.
Okay.
Yes.
So I don't know that there's any reason that I would believe in this, but I am going to surrender myself. I'm going to just kind of sit down, and things have come over me in the past when I've just closed my eyes and breathed, so I'm going to do that.
You do that, and suddenly you feel that strong pull towards the crystals. You're sure that it's leading you down the right path, and it is towards the right.
Right. Okay. All right. So I have a momentary concern for my compatriot who's going down the wrong tunnel, but I'm confident he'll figure it out and come this way.
Well, you're not really sure because he's just there trying to.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But no, I believe he'll figure it out. So I'm going to continue down the right-hand tunnel.
Okay. You do that. Steve, what's your thought process?
I'm ignoring the shit out of these guys. I'm so intense on what I'm doing that I really don't care what they're doing. I absolutely believe I'm going the right way. I believe only clearly I'm the only guy who knows that I'm going the right way.
Are you even looking back to see
I don't give a shit about you guys.
Yeah, I
don't
didn't think you even look back.
You guys have disappeared from me. Like, all I care about, I have one hand out and I have my other hand on my force pike, and I'm just fucking intense. I'm literally just like out there scanning it and fucking trying to find what I'm looking for. And as I can feel it, I'm just like, I'm following it. When I lose it, I get frustrated and curse. And that's all I'm doing. I'm just trying to find it, as intensely as possible.
All right, so you're following this feeling of anger and whatnot, and you come to a terminus in the cave system. And as you enter this kind of little tiny space, you do see a crystal of sorts coming out of the cave surface.
Okay.
But there's no light in it. It's almost what you'd call an empty shell, where it doesn't seem like there's anything there.
So because I feel that way, do I think this is not what I was looking for?
You feel it feels dead, and you feel kind of empty and have a bunch of negative emotions swirling in you because you were certain that you could do this.
Definitely anger.
So do I think it's something that is functioning or non-functioning?
It's non-functioning.
So I go up and smash the shit out of it, and I'm pissed.
All right, you pull a Kylo Ren on that poor little crystal.
I smash it, and you guys probably hear me yell.
I'm going to ask, do we hear it?
Yeah, I yell in frustration.
Well, I'm not certain about Pedro because he's busy communing.
I sense a tantrum in the Force.
You though, being so
Zabrak.
susceptible to that kind of stuff, probably do pick up on it.
So I want to listen. He's yelling in anger, but it doesn't sound like he's crying out in pain or injury, right? Do I feel like he is in danger?
You feel that he's not crying out in physical pain.
Okay. Just anger, not anguish.
Anger, maybe some self-anger? I mean, Steve...
I don't know that I
what
read
would you
that
be
deep in
feeling?
my
I
empathy.
think I'm angry at him actually. So because my guy doesn't. My guy's got such a wall up even for myself that I don't even let myself feel like anything's my fault. That's just my guy. My guy's like, everything's a problem to be solved. I'll still figure it out. And in this case, this guy promised me fucking crystals. He doesn't seem to know what the fuck he's doing. And so now I can't find the crystals. So I'm frustrated with myself. But instead of letting myself feel fallible, I'm like, it's this fucking guy's fault. He told me these fucking fine crystals. He's walking around like a goddamn hippie right now. Where the fuck are my crystals? So I'm pissed.
God. So this is the scene. We hear down the hallway, Adrian!
So I don't. But so I curse out in frustration, and I probably just give up at this point.
Okay.
And I try to find my way back to wherever these guys are because I'm gonna find because this guy obviously has duped me and he's gonna go get my crystals.
Akkron is emotionally constipated.
That's
Got
right.
it. Got it.
I'm having a conniption.
I believe he falls under the peace is a lie, there's only passion aspect of this.
Oh, there we go.
Wait, what is it?
You've gained level 1 of the Sith code.
Probably have, dude. Fucking Zabrak, you know what am I gonna do? The odds were stacked against you from the beginning. Who am I to argue, bro?
All right, so the two of you continue on down, and after a little bit, you come into a huge cavern, and it's chock full of crystals. There's a glow to them. They're pulsing. You swear you can even hear like a crystalline tinkle coming from them.
Okay, I heard a tinkle before, and then I got spidered. So it's the same kind of
spider.
Is that the same tinkle?
No, it's
All right,
it's
doesn't
one,
put me on edge.
It's one of purity.
Okay, so I am looking around. This is not what I remembered from the vision, right?
Not
the vision,
at all.
There were only 2. So there's that slight part of me that is looking around to see, are there only 2? I don't even know what I'm looking at, but there are only 2 good ones. Like, my head would immediately run to, what are there 2 of? Are there 2 red crystals? Are there 2 green crystals? Are there only 2 crystals that are 3 foot tall? That's where my head immediately rushes to, is what is the 2? Because I got to make sure that I get one of those.
Well, as you're staring and kind of being perplexed by the riddle of 2,
Yeah,
Pedro.
so at this moment, I step into here and I open my eyes and I like just put my hands do that Jedi Qui-Gon Jinn thing. You put the hands in the sleeves and just be like, I found it.
Well, we found it, actually, but...
Good God! And then I realize you're in here. Breaking the silence of the tinkling.
Sorry, that tinkling silence.
And
Give me a second. I need a tree.
And I'll look and I'll say, where is Akkron?
He's down the hallway. He doesn't sound very happy. Still screaming, Adrian!
Fuck the Force.
You can't say that. That's Jedi blasphemy.
That's right.
So which ones are the good ones?
So
Because I know there's only 2.
I'll look at the crystals and
They all kind of look the same.
And then I'll look back at is there just one entrance into this place? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Look at the crystals and then look at the one entrance into here, and then I'll look at you and I'll say, let the Force guide you to the one you need to pick. And then I'll go to the entrance.
Say what now? Now I'm going to watch
Yeah, talk to the Force, it'll tell you.
So the only thing that I've talked to was the holocron.
holocron.
So does he have the holocron? Is the holocron obvious on Adrian's person?
Probably not in the Jedi robes.
Yeah, not
Okay,
really.
but I know that I'm
You know
fairly
he has
certain
it.
it's there. So I'm gonna come over and I'm gonna walk around, see if I can figure out where it would be, and then what was the name of the? What was the name?
It
of
was
the female?
Valisa.
Valisa. So then I'm gonna start
Valisa.
talking to his robes. Valisa, come in.
No, not to Valisa. Close your eyes, clear your mind, and reach out to the Force. It will guide you to the correct crystal that you should have. And stop talking to my pockets. I'm trying to concentrate.
So I'm gonna watch him because I still don't really know what he's talking about.
So I want to try and use sense again, but this time I want to try and sense where he's at to see how close he is. Where Akkron's at.
Oh, Akkron.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
So I'm gonna reach out. Good, I got 1 point.
Okay.
So is he within a short range from me? So I can sense all living characters within short range.
No, he'd probably
No?
be medium, because
Okay.
short range would be like in this room.
Okay.
Is short range.
Okay. There's no way for me to add another success either. Would I be able to use this force point to increase my range temporarily?
I'll allow it.
Okay.
I don't think it's expressly stated so in the rule books, but I'll allow it.
So-
Haha, more
So
dark
you
side points for
span
me.
out.
Yeah. So
you can span out to another range.
So I just, reach into the force, find you within it, and, I will just kind of talk out into the cavern. Akkron, if you can hear me, Calm yourself. You will only find this place with a clear mind. Let the Force guide you. Do not bend the Force to your will. Let it wash over you, and you will be led here.
All right. I'm going to hear this shit. I'm like, Well, so right now, I don't want to do that, but my guy really wants to make sure that I'm in the room when these guys find these fucking crystals. So so I'll do my best. I was like, you know what? Okay. Like, first I'm like, oh, this fucking guy, I don't know about him. But then I'm like, I'll try anything at this point is where I'm at. Like, I'll try, fine, that's fine. I don't love it, and it probably takes me a while to calm down. But like, I try to think about when I go hunting.
It's
you know
the
what I mean?
goal.
Yeah, it's the goal. It's a goal. And when I go hunting, I have to do what I have to do to secure the prey. And sometimes I do have to take a step back and calm myself. Mm-hmm. So I probably experienced this hunting too, because my guy wants to be the best. I have an ego about that. So like, I'm really frustrated when I can't find something. I've probably done it with prey too, and I've had to take a step back just like this at times. So it's necessary. So I'll do that right now. So I'll try to switch it up. Instead of seeking it, I'll try to sense it like he did with my other sense power, I guess.
All right, so you do that. You attempt to calm your mind, which is no easy task, but you're gonna try.
Because I'm breaking shit.
Yeah.
Damn.
And so you take a few angry but determined steps towards calming, and you feel again that pull, but this time you know it to be true. And so you continue on.
Does he need to roll the Force dice again or
No.
not? Okay.
Okay.
And for Mirok, Adrian was telling Akkron, no, would I have heard it? I wouldn't have heard it.
What I just said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm right at the cave entrance.
Oh,
we're
okay.
in the same spot,
So,
yeah.
hearing what he said, there's a couple parts that I don't like. Like, I don't really like washing because I don't really like water. But I'm gonna try and feel something. Mm-hmm. Try and feel for something. What do I do?
So roll. Do you have sense? Or do you have seek? I forget which power
I
you
have
have.
either one or both. I have seek and I think the other one's a different one. I have seek and I have foresee.
So
Either one
I can
would
see
work,
either one, yeah.
Well, which one comes upon me? That's going to be up to you.
4C was the one where if you personally said if you get a dark side, you don't use it, right?
Yeah, no, I definitely
Well,
would.
that's for anything, right?
Yeah,
Or that's just your
yeah.
character?
But additionally, also foresee for me is what. So I'm aware of. Again, I'm aware that something's there because I foresaw him.
I guess in this moment, it
You want me
sounds
to roll
like
just to see if I'm gonna?
sounds like you're seeking something
Yeah.
more than trying to look into the future. I mean, you could look into the future and see which one you pick too. So either one would work, but you're kind of seeking.
Oh, nope.
No.
So 2 blacks. I'm gonna shy. I'm gonna start feeling out, and then I'm gonna shy away from it. I'm gonna
Okay.
open my eyes and
So-
kind of shake.
We'll come back to you then, give you a little bit of time to calm yourself and maybe try again. And Steve, you eventually, after you feel the anger start to recede a little bit, and not feeling as wrathful, you find yourself walking down one of the tunnels and into a huge, enormous cavern, and you see these two there, and there are crystals for days in this cavern.
My guy has to rationalize this as sometimes in your wilderness you need to use the force of fire and fury, but sometimes you need to use water and smoothness. And I was like, oh, I was using the wrong technique, bro. That's all it was.
That's right.
So I did that.
I'll say-
Wasn't you? You didn't help me.
It wasn't you,
Yeah.
it was me.
Yeah, I was just doing the wrong thing.
I tried to say something immediately. It wasn't you.
Hey. Let's enough of that.
Yeah,
Well,
I'll smile and say, good, you found your way. And look, there are many.
So I'm immediately taken aback, and my thought, this is just how I am, sorry. My immediate thought is, I don't know how to figure it out, but I'm trying to figure out immediately which one of these is the most fucking powerful.
Which is the best.
Which is the best. Immediately. Like, it's horrible. This is my guy, dude. I'm not an idiot, but like, this is how I am, dude. So like, I immediately just, I don't know what intel the best.
Well, so what are you doing? Because when you come in, Mirok has just been shook out of that seek. He's not comfortable. So when you come in, he's definitely going to watch you. So what are you doing?
So the moment I come in, I'm probably overwhelmed by all the crystals because there's a ton of them. So I'm not. So immediately, my fear of not getting crystals alleviated, which helps a lot, because that was a huge thing. Reason I was giving in to like my frustration because I was afraid I wasn't going to get one of the crystals as promised. But now that I see a ton of them, that's fine. But then I immediately go from like being okay, everything's cool, to like immediately again like, Now I want to make sure that one of these guys doesn't get the best one. I want the best one. You know, because that's just my guy.
Well, if you even glance at me, I'm literally watching you.
So what I'm doing is I'm sort of watching him.
Okay.
Because I don't know how to tell which one's the best one, but he might.
Okay, so my ears go down and I turn towards watching Adrian as well.
So I think I feign like the good student and try to like, you know, I'm, at this point, you know, just kind of watch him like, oh, I like almost like I'm deferring to him now, like I'm ready to learn. But really, what I'm doing is like I'm just waiting to see if I can pick up on in what way I can tell that he knows, because I figure he knows what the best one is, and I want to see if I can pick up on the way he tells that, so I can do the same thing.
And actually, I envision my response with delving into the Force and those 2 dark side points being brought before me. I'm falling back into the vision. I got to watch these 2 because one of the 2 of them is going to get the good one. So I want to make sure that whichever one seems to be slower to it, I can grab that one. So since he's watching Adrian, I will watch Adrian.
Okay.
Yeah,
Tails just languidly going back and forth.
Yeah, so I mean, just kind of, you know, now that I know both of them are here, you know, I'll say, you know, seeing them not moving towards the crystals, I'm like, okay, they want some guidance, and of course I'm the guy to give it. So I will look upon the multicolors of crystals, and I'll just kind of, you know, let it kind of wash over me. And looking and thinking about it, I think that maybe a green crystal would fit most with who my character is. And so I will, you know, kind of head towards one of those if that's kind of where I'm being pulled, or it's kind of what I'm thinking is the green one, because I remember, because mind you, I think I had said that Order 66 happened when I was like 11 or between 11 and 13, so pretty young, so we probably covered like crystal colors a little bit maybe. But yeah, so I think from what I remember, I'm like, well, I always did like the color green, and what I really want is that purple one, but no.
Are your eyes closed?
No. At this point now, I'm looking. I'm pretty set on green, I think. So what I would do is I would go over to a green crystal that I think would be sufficient. Maybe I have to like, you know, kind of, you know, wave my hand over a few of them before I find the right one, and then go to the green crystal and just try and, if I feel any kind of backlash from the Force, like this is not where I'm supposed to be, I will stop. But otherwise, I will gaze upon it and see and try and think. Actually, now that I think about it, are the crystals? How big are they? Because I know for their lightsabers they're supposed to be small.
They range in size.
Yeah.
That some, like the one that you found, was probably as high as this microphone, and then others are the height of, you know, a shoe puff or something. They're just like enormous.
I don't
And
know.
you know a little bit about the Kyber crystals from your training, is that you know that the choosing of a crystal was an involved ritual that happened, and you also knew that the crystal has to be flawless, because any flaw at all is going to hinder the performance of the lightsaber. But as to the nitty-gritty details, you're not really sure. So yeah, then I guess I would be trying to search. I guess since I don't have Seek, I mean, if I can try and sense out which would be a perfect crystal to be able to use. Yeah, I mean,
unless I can just kind of eyeball that.
You try a couple crystals, like approach them, and some of them feel just wrong or off. And you try a couple, and then you settle on one, a cluster that's sort of at eye level, a nice healthy green color, and you think, okay, my crystal's in here. You know that it's in there.
So as he moves towards these things, is there any change? Like, do I see them glow, blink, light up? Is there any physical change that I can see other than he approached that one and walked away from it? He approached that one and walked away from it. Now he's approaching this one.
Yeah.
And since
No changes.
This is a teachable moment. I'll kind of, as I'm going and you know, finding the rejected ones, I'll be like, this one is not correct. You know, this one is you know, flawed. You must, when choosing a Kyber crystal, I'm going to sound like I know what I'm talking about. When choosing a Kyber crystal, you must find one that has no flaws, or in order to be used in a lightsaber, it cannot have any imperfections.
What color is the most powerful?
Yeah, that's a good question.
My guy literally has no idea about this. So that's just what I think. What color is the most powerful? Is green the most powerful? Is that why you seek it?
Say no. The power of a crystal is not necessarily. Actually, no. It is kind of in the crystal. So I'll say within these Kyber crystals, they would essentially be, as you're talking, the same power level. There are more refined Kyber crystals, if you would have that. There are different crystal makes. Those ones are more powerful, but for a Kyber crystal, these would all be of the same power to you. Now, depending on... For you as well, Mirok.
Okay.
So, for which color, the Force will guide you to one best suited for what you would do. If those that have fallen to the dark side all wielded, whether they started with a different color and it transformed, or if they found one their own, the red crystal.
So don't go for a red one.
The red one is generally reserved for those who have fallen.
So it's the most powerful.
It sounds like it.
I'll say, well,
I mean, facts are facts. The Empire is one. Darth Vader, he roams the galaxy. Is his red?
think about it. I mean, actually, I don't know if I would have ever. No, actually, wait. Okay, no. When Anakin attacked, it wasn't red yet. No, so I wouldn't. I don't know if I would know that.
Like, I don't know who would, but if I
that.
find out, like if my guy found out that was the case, and anybody in the Empire wielded a red one, I'm like, that's my crystal, because I assume it's the most powerful because they won.
I will say, I do not know.
The red Kyber crystals, if I remember correctly, don't actually occur in nature.
I think
Kyber crystals are a living organism of sorts, and so the reason why the Sith all have red ones is because they're basically causing the crystal to bleed.
so they pervert the crystal.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. They're perverting the crystal.
I don't see any red ones in here.
I'm irritated.
So what's the next best?
I'm immediately irritated. There's no red ones. Like, so I say I'll take one of these loser crystals for now, but I'm gonna seek out a red one as soon as I can.
So I'll look at you and kind of, just based on what I've seen of him, I'll say.
He might not be ready for this.
From what I've seen of you, Akkron, I believe, and I'll look around, a purple crystal may be good for you. For though I sense great good in you, I also sense anger, and I truly hope you do not fall to the dark side, but those that have a connection to both sides would sometimes choose the purple crystal. And then for Mira...
Yeah, what about me?
For you... I'm trying to think how to word it. You are one that, to me, does not seem to enjoy the in-your-face style combat. One who would rather stay out of it or stick to the shadows. Does that sound correct?
So, Mirok's just kind of sit there for a moment. He's going to look at his claws. Maybe.
Say, well, though I had never seen one, for they were more of a secretive group, the Jedi did have sentinels, ones that would go out into the more difficult parts of the galaxy, those that needed a more quiet touch. Most of them, from what I heard growing up in the stories, would use a yellow crystal.
Yellow. I like yellow.
And for myself, I have chosen, or actually, the Force has chosen green for me, as I am more connected to the Force than that of lightsaber combat, as one may be. Those that enjoy the finer parts of lightsabering more sometimes would choose blue.
So at this point, I'm going to ignore him now, and I'm looking for the biggest yellow crystal I can find.
All right.
I have to assume biggest is best.
You're honing in onto the yellow crystals, and you notice, though, that the crystals are giving off different tones.
Oh, I can definitely hear that.
Yeah. And certain tones are pleasing to your ears, and others are harsh and grating. So you're starting to focus in on the ones that have a nice, pleasant tune to them.
Yep.
And one of them happens to be a yellow crystal, which makes you feel, pretty good about your advice. Yeah, got that one.
Inside, I was like, of course I knew what was right. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you, Force.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Obviously.
And then you, Akkron.
So here's what I do. I don't trust him. So I just don't trust him. I think he wants the green one, so the green one's the best. So I say, yeah, sure, give me a purple. Bullshit. Oh, there's no red ones. Okay, whatever. We'll figure that out later. So honestly, what my guy really does is they don't know my purpose. Like, my guy doesn't see himself as evil. What I see myself as is I came from a world where it was really harsh, where we were subjugated by people that could use the Force. And I think these people that subjugate us are evil as shit. Like, I'm not saying I'm going to lead some fucking crusade against the witches, but what I'm saying is, like, they need to be fought because they're evil. So I want to know which one of these. Like in my mind, I'll sit here and I'll concentrate on these crystals like this guy told me to. But that's what I'm thinking in my mind is which one of these is going to lead me down the path where I can most effectively fight evil like this. So that's why I want I want power so that I can fight. So in my mind, I'm fighting evil head on. And I'll use whatever power I'll make whatever sacrifices and use whatever power I have to fight people that are truly evil and trying to make slaves of people and subjugate them. So that's what I start thinking about. I'm like, I don't really trust this guy. I assume I'm just going to be green. We'll see how it goes because that's what I want. But I really do try to like take a moment and think about that.
So you walk over to a cluster of green crystals, given Adrian the side eye the whole time.
This is one.
Sure. And
right.
you'd seen him sort of reach out to it, and you do it too, and you're not getting a response from this green crystal at all, and you feel like almost as though someone's watching you, and you turn around. And above the entrance where you came in, there is a cluster of green and blue crystals up above that place. And you're looking around and you notice that there's only that one purple crystal. And you're thinking...
So in this whole place, there's only one purple crystal?
There's only one purple crystal.
Well, if there's only one of them, it must be the most powerful.
It must be really good.
It must be the most powerful.
Yeah.
It's the most rare. It's the most rare one, clearly.
And I'm waiting to hear, you were right.
So my guy didn't trust him, right? I didn't trust him, but I didn't tell him that, obviously. So what I do is I play it off like, all right, I'll believe you. That's cool, And so I go over and
He's not falling for it at all.
Going to the green ones. It's like, yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, I'll trust you.
You're right. These green ones doesn't seem as good. So I'll go over like it was his suggestion that finally that I did it. But I was like secretly I'm like, okay, maybe he was there's kind of like makes me feel I'm like interested because I'm like, okay, that's what he told me and that's what I seem to have felt. So maybe he's not like okay, maybe he's not totally deceptive. Maybe he's not full of shit all the time. Good. So my guys made me trust that build a little bit of trust. That's the beginnings of some trust for him, I guess. So I'll go pry this fucking crystal out.
Yeah. So you go over and you reach your hands out. It is above your hands a bit, so it's going to take some creativity to get it down. But as you reach your hands up to the crystal, it feels right.
Okay.
It feels good, and you don't have that feeling of somebody else looking at you or silently judging you for your taste in crystals, or rather lack thereof.
It's playing Jason Derulo's on trumpets. That's how I know it's the right one. That's how I know it's it.
Excellent. Yeah, so with 100% certainty in my mind of how to get this crystal out of the wall, out of the cave, I will just reach up, try and find the one that I think is resonating most to me, grab it, and assume that it will just come out at my touch. Whether it does, I don't know.
It does, actually. It comes out fairly easily.
So I'll pick it up and I'll say, this one is mine.
Yeah.
When you find the one that resonates with you, grab it and pull.
Okay, I will try to make my way up there somehow. Like if I have to climb the wall and try to get over there, like I'll do it. Or how high up is it, you think?
It's not very high up. So you walked through the entrance, right? And it's right above the entrance.
So 8, 9, 10 feet up?
Yeah, if you stood on your tippy toes and kind of stretched and maybe...
I could try and...
I just force spike the shit out of it.
You could do that too.
I mean, I don't slam it, but I
Would you like a hand up?
Sure.
And I'll go over, crowd.
He's already got his crystal.
And try and help, lift him up.
All right, he lifts me up, so I'll take the aid and I'll lead up there and try to work it loose.
All right, you do that, and you feel that using your hands and touching it directly was probably the better choice. That just feels right to make that connection with the crystal rather than wailing on it.
So I'm surprised by the feelings I get from the crystal then?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Excellent.
It's feeling good.
Okay, so for me, I'm into it. Now I kind of see what we're supposed to be doing. I will listen to the one that has the best song. Best, I'm thinking for me, is going to be soothing.
Okay. You do that, and you find a crystal that's making this very pleasant hum. In fact, it reminds you a little bit of a lullaby that your mother used to sing to you.
I slap the crystal out of here. Don't do it, it's a trap!
And that one seems to be the one that's right for you.
And is it yellow?
It is yellow.
Okay.
See, outside of the game, like I feel like I used to play some games, some Star Wars game a while back, and I sort of knew what the crystals represented, like with different Jedis. I have no fucking idea right now. So I remember the yellow Sentinels. I remember that. And the orange Sentinels, they're stealthy. There was one, the blue dudes were like, they were more just like combat oriented with lightsabers, right? The green was like dudes who can't really. They were okay with lightsabers, but they used it as more of a focus for the Force, right?
Yes.
What the fuck was purple? Wasn't that just Mace Windu? Just me and Mace?
That was
Yeah,
just
so-
Mace Windu being a badass.
Yeah, and
Samuel L. Jackson.
on the... I'm going to say it was from my memory, but on the little cheat sheet I found, it specifically says Jedi who have a very strong connection to both sides of the Force and can be highly aggressive in battle.
If for the game you were playing, it was aftermarket DLC you had to pay for.
Yes.
Okay.
That's
So
how you
as
get
it turns out, I just say motherfucker a lot.
Yeah.
Hey, motherfucker!
And then when
It's
it
the $10 add-on.
on the other side it saes canon, and the reason why that's purple because Sam Jackson wanted a purple.
Yeah, he did. He
Yeah.
basically said, "I'll be in your movie, but I get a motherfucking purple lightsaber." And nobody says no to Samuel L.
No,
Jackson.
all right, purple.
You know what? My Zabrak
Purple's
just
the
starts-
best color anyway. That's the one I would choose.
My Zabrak starts growing a goatee. I'm ready.
So, as far as picking it up, I haven't seen what they do. So, do I feel like maybe I can just grab it?
Yeah, well, you put your hands out, and as you do, the humming, you hear it, I guess, with more of an intensity.
Okay.
So it feels like the crystal likes that you touched it.
Okay. Ooh, and I like being touched, so I will start petting the crystal.
Aw. Okay, so
I'm
you're sitting
super
there
disturbed by all
petting.
that.
Yeah, this is
crystal.
too
I'm
much.
not fondling the crystal. I am petting the crystal.
purring
Why are
and
you
petting the
kissing
crystal.
it lovingly
Yeah,
then?
and I'm also purring. All right. So does it come out in my hand? or
It does. It just sort of lifts loose out of the rest of the crystals.
Did I pick it up or is it floating?
Oh, you picked it up.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So it's not there's no that part of the magic. Okay.
No.
All right. So I pick it up. Now he said there is ambient light from the crystals in here because his is the only flashlight.
Right.
Is the room ambient light? All right. So I'm gonna look at mine. He had said it needs to be flawless, and I'm not sure what I'm looking for. Do I see anything that I think might be a flaw, not knowing what a flaw would be? I'm guessing cracks or anything like that. Do I see anything?
You don't see any cracks or signs of other mineral deposits in there,
Okay.
hairline, stuff, nothing like that. And it's
Okay.
the same with all of your crystals, as they all
Okay.
look pretty darn good to your untrained eyes.
Well, if that's the case, then I am rubbing it against my neck, rubbing it against my head.
And Adrian, you know that the size of the crystals that you guys have gotten is probably like the size of a Napa cabbage or something. It's pretty big,
Oh, yeah.
and you know that. Well, it's going to have to be a lot smaller to fit into the lightsaber.
Yeah,
But
there's a
that'll
process.
come later.
There's a process.
There's a definite process to it all.
I really wish I had a backpack, but I'll stick it in my. Actually, did I say I have a satchel, or I think I just have the
No,
utility
he had a
belt?
satchel.
I
had
definitely
the
have a satchel.
utility
Akkron
belt.
has a satchel.
I'm like, would you like me to carry a crystal in my satchel?
We don't want them tinking together.
Oh, that's fair.
I
That's fair.
have a sack.
Don't just put your crystal in a stack.
Yeah.
Put it in a satchel.
Yeah, you need a satchel.
You have Jedi robes
I do.
with pockets.
Yes, that's right, with my infinite pocket. So I'll stick it in. I'll just
There you
open my
go.
rope, kind of stick it out of sight, and it's just gone.
Wait, he pulls it out. He looks at the little layout for the things. Oh, here's the Kyber crystal pocket.
Yeah, it's the holocron.
No, it's a Jedi robe of what are those? Bag of holding.
Bag
It's a
of holding,
Jedi
right,
robe
right.
of
Well, that's what I
holding.
was saying. Is you
Yeah.
have to go to the little map that lays out what all the pockets are for. I don't really think I would get pet snacks. I'm not sure why that one's there.
But now I know it too. Okay, yeah. So I'll stick it into my Jedi robes.
All right, so everyone's got their crystal in some sort of receptacle then.
That's right.
Okay.
Shit, yeah.
So anything
now
else
where?
you guys would like to do while you're here?
I mean, in here.
All right, so I know I have the one. Once I have it, does everything stop singing, or do I still hear the singing?
You know what? You don't really hear it
Okay,
anymore.
that's gonna make me really uncomfortable.
So,
Oh,
I mean, even the discordant stuff at least made sense, and now it just stopped.
Well, your crystal, you can still hear it.
Mine, right?
yours
right,
happily humming away.
But I
The
don't hear
others-
any of the others.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say, hey, it's gotten weird in here. They're not singing anymore. Is that bad?
No, it's good. We have what we came for. We each have a crystal that we can use to make the lightsabers that we need to continue our journey to the Force.
But the sound is gone. Here's my thinking. Out on the plains, when you hunt, anytime everything goes silent, that's bad. And everything's gone silent in here.
Well, then we should...
Ears are going down, hair is starting to stand up,
I'll say...
tail's twitching.
We should leave then. If you are sensing something... if you are sensing turmoil, then we should leave. And we have no more need to be in here so far or anymore.
This makes no sense.
What does
There
it?
are many more crystals here. There are many more people deserving of them. If we are to fight great evil in this galaxy, should we not take more crystals and outfit more people to help us fight this?
We cannot just take the crystals. The people who need them need to choose them themselves, or
One
they
does
will
not
not work.
simply take
Yes.
a Kyber crystal.
And we must also worry about the flawed crystals. Flawed crystals. We must also worry about crystals falling into the wrong hands. What if the Empire were to learn of this place? We should not be spreading these around to just anybody. And those that are not Force sensitive would not be able to wield them anyway efficiently. What we need to do is go hone our own internal connection to the Force. Then we can spread out, find new Force sensitives. We can take them in as Padawans, and we can then lead them here once again.
And what will we do with these people once we find them and train them? What will you do with them? What will their agenda be?
We will bring balance back to the galaxy.
What does that look like?
The Empire, since the fall of the Jedi, has caused great disturbances in the balance. There's been great evils that have gone on. They are an oppressive force. The balance has been shifted towards the dark side. The best for the galaxy is a balance between that. Yes, there is always evil. Yes, there is always good. But one should not outweigh the other.
So you're telling me that you will train these people and they will fight the Empire?
I will train them, and yes, we will be a force against the Empire.
And you can do this. You can train.
Of course. I have not met another Jedi that has survived the Order 66. So, you are the first Force sensitives I've found since then.
And you're going to train us?
Yes. And then you may find your own apprentices or Padawans, and then you can train them.
So you'll show me how to unlock this power.
I will show you the way to unlocking the connection to the Force. If power is what you seek, those that seek power often fall to the dark side. But I am not here to force you to one side or the other. I am here to show you the way to the Force so that you may lead yourself to the light.
I have no interest in this dark side. I simply wish to crush the Empire.
Then,
If you can teach me how to do this, I'll follow you.
then, sounds like following me is the way.
Very well.
So you look at me,
Yeah.
my eyes are getting big and kind of teary.
Oh.
So I just thought about something. We destroyed the Guardian. The thing that would keep others from getting these crystals who shouldn't. How are we going to put it back?
We're going to have to leave you here to guard
I shrink from that.
Think about it, Mirok. You two ran through here for 5 minutes, longer even. Who knows how much time actually passed, and you did not find this place. It was not until you focused and opened yourself to the light of the Force that you found it.
But anyone can do that.
Not anyone. Only those that are sensitive to the Force.
And that's not everyone?
Nah, the Force works in ways with everybody within the galaxy, but some are more attuned than others. Some can actually access the Force, use it within the world, the universe itself.
The crystal's still singing to me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I will take that as believable.
And the more you open yourself up to the Force, the more it will guide you and show you that my words are true.
I want to be trained. I want to know how to do this.
Then I will train you. So I say, at this point, let us leave these caves and begin our journey. We now need to forge these into lightsabers.
Fuck yeah. All right, so I think I just jump all in. Once I make a decision, I'm gonna make a decision. So I've decided I'm gonna trust him. He's gonna train me, unless I believe otherwise for some reason. Then I have to kill him. But other than that, I just I decided that I gotta go all in. So that's what's gonna happen then.
I will turn towards the door, start walking. When I know these guys can't see my face, I'll wipe that single tear from my I knew I could do it.
I had to trust in myself
Very
much like I
good.
do the Force.
You guys find the way out of the caves infinitely easier than the way that you came in.
Do we still have to go through the water?
Oh, sure, it's right
You
here.
do.
It's like
You do.
it's like Skyrim where you just pull the lever. And hey, look at that.
Kind of like that, yeah. And Adrian, you're thinking this is the will of the Force. This is totally the will of the Force. We got our stuff. We're going out. All right, and so you reach the entrance to the cave. Mirak, you are again starting to feel the heat from the desert as you get closer to the cave entrance. And you,
God, and I'm gonna stink.
Do we with the
wet
amount
cat bacon in the
Wet
sun.
cat bacon in the sun.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah.
I don't. I wanted to say what time it was, but I don't know if there's like a universal watch. But how dark is it compared to when we came in? Do we think that like hours have passed? Do we think that?
You think that hours have passed?
Okay,
Yes,
but it's not like dark.
It's not dark.
Okay.
No. It's still light out.
Okay.
You don't need your flashlights or anything.
Okay, excellent. So I say we head back to the ship.
Okay.
Let's do it.
You guys are going to the ship. You see the strange rock formation again, so you know that you're getting close. And give me, let's see, acrobatics is it? Or no, athletics, please. An average to get up to do that climb and get back to where your ship was.
We said athletics.
Athletics, yes.
Okay, and I'm again, because of the heat, taking the
Yes.
black die.
Shucks.
Of course. Wow.
I should have taken enhanced.
Fucking
So
shit.
I have an advantage, but I have 2 failures.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I didn't get success or failure, but I got 1 disadvantage or threat.
I have a lot of symbols, and I'm pretty sure they're not that good, really, it turns out.
You succeeded.
Yeah, it
So
looks
this
like
is
you-
success, right?
Yep, those are successes.
This is advantages.
Advantage.
This is...
Why are you rolling that?
Oh, you shouldn't
Because
be.
he can enhance.
I have enhance.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
that's right.
you can choose to use that or not.
Every
but you-
day. Every fucking day. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm like, yeah, just whatever it takes, man. So I guess use a dark side point. So I'm doing
Okay.
that. So that's 1, 2, 3 successes, 2 advantages, and I take away what? One, take
Those
away
get
1.
canceled. The strain can't. Sorry, the threat gets
So
canceled
I,
out.
so I succeed.
You succeed. Yes.
Okay. So I get through with the
All right.
help of the dark side as usual.
So you get up at the top. You're feeling pretty good about yourself, but
Another conflict?
oh yes,
Yes.
you get a
It's
conflict.
gonna be so fucking lame. Oh god.
You see that you have a few visitors around your ship.
Mother
Now, the
And-
two of you can't
I was
see
saying,
anything.
and 2 of your comrades still down the hill.
Yeah, so what you can see are Imperial troops
Ooh.
led by a stormtrooper commander. You notice that he has a vambrace on his right arm that's looks like it's cybernetic at
Okay.
times, which is unusual because typically the Empire frowns upon any type of diversity in its ranks at all. There are quite a few stormtroopers, you guess half a dozen, and also a probe droid of sorts that's
Bastards.
flying around.
Damn probe.
You have about 10 seconds before they see you. What are you gonna do?
So they just saw me. Because these guys aren't up yet, right?
They're not up
You
yet.
just saw
Okay,
this.
You
so
saw
so I
them.
slide back down a little bit to these guys, and I say,
What are you doing?
the Empire's here. They found the ship. We're going to have to kill all of them.
We're gonna have to kill.
I'm gonna look at
Every
Adrian.
last one of them.
Maybe. My first instinct is to talk with them and see if they will leave, but I pretty much would know the Empire doesn't do that.
The only next-
You're a victim of Order 66.
Yeah,
You
I'm
know
like-
there's no talking.
Say,
We can't leave him. We can't leave Mira on the ship.
We can't.
We
She's useless to us now. We either have to fight them or leave. We can find another weapons rock.
Were their
No,
wep-
we
were
have
their-
to save her.
I'll say, was their weaponry out?
Absolutely. How many total did I see, you think?
You saw 6 stormtroopers, 1 droid, and a commander.
I'll say.
I relay that to you and say, these odds don't look good.
I don't like wanton killing, but the Empire is not one for negotiations. If these were simple bandits, maybe I'd say we could talk to them, but if their weapons are out, they mean us harm. My code will allow this defense. So we should attempt to ambush them to try and stop get as much of an advantage as possible. Do you see, you being a hunter, do you see a vantage point? Did you see a vantage point up there?
So I'll look around. My guy doesn't like this. As a straight up as I'm a hunter. I like nature. I look at things in terms of odds, and I'm like, these odds are bad. It's like a smaller creature trying to attack a larger predator. I don't like this, but these guys seem determined to do it. So I try to find a place where I can snipe these guys. That's the best thing I can probably do for you guys is snipe them. So I'll try to find a place where I can get high enough to see them.
And again, remember
and
that
snipe
his
them.
gun is
loud
a
as shit.
slug thrower, so it's going to be.
Yeah.
He's going to get one shot.
And they'll know. And I'll say, yes, so if you can find a place to provide cover fire, you, Mirok, you could try to sneak around, get a good vantage point up there.
I can do that.
I can go up top, speak with them for a moment, and try to just keep their attention on me.
So what's the signal?
My shot.
Let's see here. Yeah, if they fire upon me, fire. But let me speak with them for a moment, and
I wink at you and say, absolutely.
okay.
Absolutely.
I believe you'll have the best
Sure.
vantage point. You'll be able to tell when the
So
moment is.
this
through.
droid, if it gets away, we can alert other people, right? Mm-hmm. So I just explained to you, I'm gonna try to kill the droid first if I have to shoot, because I don't want them to bring anybody else there.
That's good.
So do you guys have weapons?
Yeah, I got a blaster.
I've got a blaster.
We got a couple blasters.
Yeah,
Fuck, I wish I had some lightsabers. Okay.
lightsabers would be very helpful right
Yeah,
now.
they would. All right, so I'm not. What I'm looking for is I'm gonna look for a place of height that gives me a little height, but I don't want to be so far away that I can't reach these guys in a round or two to join in combat if I have to join in combat. So I want to try to find any place like that where ideally I'd like to be a little up a little higher so I can see them, but only be a round away if possible to get there. I mean, I don't know if there's any place like that, but that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, in fact, such a place is relatively easy to come by because of the odd terrain. Is that you guys remember coming in that it was very rough and rugged with rocky spires jutting up all over the place, so you have no problem finding a little sniper nest.
Okay, so I'll do that.
Yep.
All right, get ready.
Okay, so for me, I'm going to try and, if he's going up, obviously just scaling this hillside is doing me no good. I'm going to try and go around the side. Is there a side to go, or am I going to need to get up this hill?
You're gonna need to get up the hill because it's basically the canyon and then the hill scree.
So,
up
all
and
right,
down.
so,
Yeah.
Would
Akron,
us-
can you help me up before you go?
Sure, I'll try to pull him up a little bit.
Would following the best way that he's going give me a bonus to just try and
Yeah.
because I'm
I
just
mean, can I ask you a question? This is going to sound ridiculous.
No.
But do I have fucking rope?
You have rope
do I
written down?
do I have to buy my fucking rope?
Yes.
I don't have food either, but apparently I have food.
Yep.
we have
have
food on
dried
the
food.
ship.
Yep. And there was food on the ship.
If we had a point out here, you could have rope, but
Right.
All right, well,
So
I guess I didn't get a rope.
Help me up.
Fine.
Okay.
Pull my help him up.
So
just
he
wait,
helps me up. Do I need
give
to
him
roll,
the
or am I
barrel
just
end
up?
of your gun
Yeah.
to pull up.
That's right. Pull it. It's gonna be fine. Don't worry about it.
If he puts his gun down, I'm going to hold the shooty end away from me as I climb up.
Oh gosh.
Let's see how good we can.
And then I'll immediately go to stealth mode. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, if you're gonna be
perfect.
stealthing, roll me. Let's see, an upgraded hard stealth check.
All right, so upgraded means
One of the green dice turns, or sorry, one of the purple dice turns into a red one.
wow.
Yeah.
So
That's pretty horrifying.
I made it up with 1 advantage and 1 success. I'm gonna use that advantage to heal a strain.
Okay.
Oh my god.
Did you make it, Barry?
I have net 1 advantage. That's it.
With all them dice.
Yeah,
Wow,
but could have been way worse.
That's almost impressive. I don't know. I'm gonna call it. That's impressive.
Yeah.
it is.
And I'm staying low to the ground.
Wait,
I'm
did you
moving
add
right,
because he's helping you, right? Did you add a blue die?
No, he's helping me
This
get
is
up.
a
I'm up
stealth
already.
roll.
This is the
This is
stealth
me trying
roll.
to get to my position.
Oh, okay.
So we'll say that we'll say that you can't get to the position, but
Okay.
that you don't alert them. Is
Okay.
that fair?
All right, so I kind of hunker down
Can I
right where
offer-
I'm at, thinking if I cross that space, that's it.
Yeah.
Could I offer a negative to me, positive to him opportunity? So I had that one advantage. Any way I could use that advantage to cause a commotion on my end so they all look to me
Yeah.
rather than healing my strain?
If I see the opening, I'll cover that last 100 feet or so to get in my position.
Yeah, that sounds
so-
great.
so yeah, 'cause
you want their attention
Yeah.
anyway. Yeah,
So-
so I will say that if you get their attention, you can take the advantage
Okay.
and go.
I'm there.
All right.
Okay, so yeah, so I'll at you're going up the top, you're like, oh man, it's such a tough hill to climb.
Am I right, guys? Deserts
So,
suck, man.
deserts suck. Yeah, so I'll pop up and I'm guessing they're all looking at me.
They are now. And even the droid has his little blasters out on you.
I'll come up, raise my hand, I'm. Hello. How can we help you, Empire? I'll say. I'm sorry. Is there an issue?
So you're the pathetic idiot that belongs on this ship, huh? The lead stormtrooper is highly aggressive.
Say, well, I believe that's a little harsh, but yes, I this is my ship, or this is not my ship, but I am a passenger on this ship.
Those robes. Looks like you're a Jedi.
Say,
Damn, Ram, Sam, dude.
I'll say,
I found him.
oh, these robes? No, they're just light and flowy. I'm from another. I'm from a desert-like planet. This is just to keep cool. It's quite hot out. What? You mean Jedi? Those old legends?
Okay. Oh man. Give me a charm roll.
And then I wink.
Oh no, not the
no,
wink,
I'm not
not
gonna
the
wink.
wink.
Okay.
I'm just
Make
still looking
it-
for these crystals.
It's gonna be a hard roll.
No,
here.
that's understandable. Jedi? But what do you mean, Jedi?
I literally give this guy like 2 seconds to talk to these guys. Like, by the way, like, whatever he utters, I shoot after this.
You're gonna shoot.
Like, I don't fuck around anymore. Like,
Charm roll.
I mean-
oh, cool. I actually have a little bit of charm.
unless somehow I see all
I'm
these
gonna
guys.
laugh if this works.
Unless somehow I see all these guys lower their blasters. Unless I see this happen, I shoot.
What do you mean, Crystal? I don't know what you're talking about, officer. Oh my god, it actually worked. I got a success and a threat, so I get a little straight. Unless you want to do something else, but
No, that's fine.
I'm a little
You're
dis-
sweating profusely as you're trying to talk to this
it's hot out.
stormtrooper, and you hear one of the other stormtroopers go, "Commander, I think you might be right," and the commander's just, well. Oh, okay. Are you the owner of this ship, trying to get control back of the situation? And is it at this point that you decide to open fire?
Did they
or-
lower their blasters?
They're not lowering their
that droid's
blasters.
But
dead.
they also haven't changed their stance. He's still conferencing.
No, I'm done.
Okay.
Nope, I'm done with him. I want to. Here's my agenda: is I want to kill all the Imperial I've ever seen. So I'm like, you know what? That's enough talking. We're good.
Okay, what are you gonna be shooting at?
Shoot the shit out of that droid. Is what I'm doing.
The droid, eh?
Sorry, bro.
No, that's fine.
Okay. Oh man, that was great, Pedro. He's
I
about.
mean, you got him to slow down a second. That was good.
Yeah, I got
so
them all-
they're all kind of like,
A
huh?
little off guard.
And while they're all off guard, I'm gonna be like, dead droid. That's it. It's gonna be good.
They're at medium range, which is gonna mean your rolls will be average.
Okay. So let's see. I've got. Oh, where you at, buddies? Boom.
Nice. And average is 2.
Yeah.
There's no way to bolster this either, is there?
You can aim. You can take one of your maneuvers
Oh,
to aim,
I
and
do
then
wanna
add
aim.
a boost die to it.
Yeah,
Which
every
is this one here,
every
right?
combat round that you, or every combat turn that you take, you get a maneuver. So there's a bunch of different ones, like moving's a
Yep.
maneuver.
I definitely use my slug thrower to aim at that droid.
Okay.
So,
Gotta hate droids. I gotta taste a lot of stuff. All right.
Just hate everybody.
yeah,
Say it, everybody.
if you on here is where all the maneuvers are.
Oh,
How'd you do?
I don't know. It looks like a lot of advantages.
Oh yeah. Unfortunately, you.
These are two
missed.
failures too, right?
No,
Threats. Those are threats.
Threats, which take away my advantages, right?
Yep.
But I didn't actually succeed. I just had advantages.
You got
You
actually,
got four advantages.
6.
No, you
Right, but you cancel two of them
Two of those,
out.
right? So now I just end up with 2 advantages.
No. Look.
Four.
So,
Oh, I'm sorry. You're right. I'm sorry. So 4 of them. Yeah. So 4 advantages, but no actual success.
Yeah. So your
So I hit Pedro.
your shot goes wide, and at that point, all of the fire is turned on you, and we have to roll initiative.
It's like my bad.
All right. So here we
not who I
go.
thought you were. I'm sorry.
Oh, you know what? You're not my dad. You're not my dad.
No, I didn't.
So we.
Do you have any strain, Steve? Because if so, you can remove all of it. But
Yeah.
I didn't have any strain yet. I have a lot of conflict. Turns out, not a lot of strain though.
You are definitely conflicted. There is there's no question about that.
It's vigilance, right?
No, it's cool.
Cool for this one.
Yeah.
Oh, vigilance is just for
Vigilance is-
surprise,
yes.
right? Okay.
So we are rolling cool.
You're rolling cool. It's uncontested, so you're just rolling the green and yellow dice.
I'm not that cool. Oh, well, actually, that's
Wow.
pretty cool.
So
Okay.
does anyone have more than 2 successes?
I have 3.
Oh, I have 1 success and
what'd you
3
roll?
advantage.
What's my cool?
It's going to be a skill.
It's over
What?
here.
It's actually a skill and I'm cool?
Yeah.
Keeping your head cool.
I am not good at that.
Oh, you know what? I forgot.
Ooh.
Yeah, still.
And what's it? What is it? Is it average?
No, you're just
No,
rolling your
it's
cool.
just.
Oh, you don't have to.
Literally,
That's
yeah.
really good.
Yeah.
I got 1 success. Okay.
Unsuccess.
And I have 3 if it matters with an advantage.
Okay. Let's see here. And then you got
I got 1 success.
1 success. Okay, so then.
Akkron has 1 success.
One
Adrian has
success,
1
yeah.
success.
And the minions get.
Let's kill some stormtroopers.
Yeah, that's what we signed up for, right?
That's
oh wait,
right.
wait, I'm evil. No, we must not kill all the stormtroopers.
These are not the stormtroopers you wish to kill.
Exactly.
As far as I know, they're all robots. I can't see their faces.
Wow, that was the.
I'm not sure if this is
crappiest roll.
profiling, but they all look the same to me.
That's right.
Oh. Okay, so the way it's gonna be is you guys get to go first.
Okay.
So choose who would like to act first.
Okay, and so in front of us there's the droid, 6 stormtroopers, and the guy.
And the guy.
And the guy. Okay.
Yeah.
And
lot
I
of-
don't
it's a lot of
see Mira anywhere, correct?
No, you,
That was gonna be
you're
my question,
assuming
too.
that she is on the ship.
She must be on the ship. Hopefully safe. Okay, so I am going to. What silhouette is the droid?
Oh, the silhouettes are only for ship-to-ship combat.
Okay, so
It's ranges.
okay.
Yeah.
Well, so my move. No, I probably can't pull the droid.
Oh, if you're talking about that, it's a silhouette of 0 is an average human being, correct?
No, so a silhouette 0 is like a small object. 1, I think 1 is. Oh, shoot, I can't remember. There is a table for the silhouettes. I haven't looked at it forever. Let's take a moment to look. So, for anybody listening, the silhouettes are basically the size of objects. Let's see here. It's personal silhouette. now.
Sorry, nerf herders, we have to pause for a minute.
Every once in a while, I need to look something up when it's important.
Silhouette, page 218 and 230.
It's a small vehicle component.
Okay, Jawas, Ewoks, astromech droids, any smaller creatures are silhouette 0. Humans are silhouette 1.
Okay, humans are silhouette
Yeah,
1.
and this droid is, I would say it's a little smaller than a human, so we'll say it's 0.
Okay. And so can move small objects. Yeah, I don't know
It's
if I'd
roughly
be able to.
Jawa size?
Yeah, I don't know how strong the powers are. So with the 0 silhouette, now if I was able to upgrade it to be able, because I can spend more force points to have higher silhouettes. So if I was able to boost it to a silhouette 1, do I think or that I could pull it to the ground?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'd be able to do that.
So since the shot went wide, and well, I don't know if that's what you're going for, but I know that ooh, ultimately, actually, if I could pull it and try and hit some of the stormtroopers to try and knock them down, that would
Hey,
be
like
the way
bowling
to go.
pins.
Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
So I'm gonna go for it because I have like 7 blasters pointed at me right. Actually, no, they're not. Look, yes.
Oh snap!
So I got 2. So not only does it go off, but I can increase that silhouette to a 1. So yeah, so I'm just like, Jedi, I don't know what you're talking about. Reach out with the Force, grab the droid, and just slam it into as many as I can.
I love it. I love it. Now, you managed to hit 4 of the stormtroopers are just knocked down like bowling pins, and they're gonna take a while to get back up.
Down with the Empire!
Pew pew.
I did the sand thing. We got him on my head.
All right, so
No, not them! Not at this time!
the droid is trying to get back up, and yeah, it's a little punch drunk or force drunk. Force drunk from its knockabout. But it is going to try and hit you, Pedro.
Is there any way that I could use my maneuver to try and get a little bit of cover to move?
Yeah,
Okay,
of course
so
you
I'm
can.
gonna do that, see the guns that are still up, and be like, crap, and try and hide behind a rock, at least partially.
Okay, so he's gonna try and shoot his blaster at you.
Which I think gives you a black die for the cover.
It does,
Cool.
yes. You got it. And you're that far away. Pew, 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 pew. And he misses. He apparently damaged one of his arms in the force pull there.
And then you both get to see what the Force can do.
This is the first thing I've seen you do, so I'm like, okay.
I like
Maybe
this,
this is
right?
okay. Maybe he knows what he's doing.
Right,
He's
so
not all talking.
the way the stormtroopers work is that they're groups of minions, and so they only get 1 turn per round, but the way you do it is that they're shooting willy-nilly during the whole time, but being stormtroopers, they can't hit anything. So they only get 1 chance per turn to maybe even hit you
So
guys.
altogether, they get 1 chance per turn to hit each one of us, or one of us.
No.
One of you.
They get 1 action.
So there's
Yeah.
2 groups of minions, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they get 1 turn each during
Okay.
combat to try and
The
hit
system
you.
does a really good job of managing groups of
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really
nice.
nice. Less work for me. And them being stormtroopers, they miss spectacularly.
And they're all firing at me.
They're all firing at you, yes. Okay, 1 stormtrooper does manage to hit you,
I don't
however.
believe it. I'm done. I don't believe it.
Yeah,
I don't believe in the game anymore. I'm done.
You call me a
I'm
liar.
done. We
call
all know
me
that.
a
We
liar.
all know that's a fairy tale.
I didn't know they could hit anything! I would have hit if I knew!
This isn't how the movies went.
The stories.
They do 3 damage to you, Pedro.
Okay. Ooh. I have a soak of 3, so
There you go.
yeah. So
It's-
my armor, the little bit of armor I have.
So even
can
when they
walk
hit,
it off.
yeah.
they're like, oh.
But I'm like, okay, it makes sense again.
I was losing faith in humanity and all mankind.
I didn't know what to do.
All right,
My reality was
now
shattered.
that you guys have 2 turns in a row coming up, so you get to choose among you.
Oh.
I want to shoot somebody in the face.
You want to shoot somebody in the face. Who do you want to
think
shoot?
Droid is still an issue?
It's sputtering on the ground, but it's still going.
Well, at this point, you've already taken care of the droid for a second. Stormtroopers have been falling over. The one thing that hasn't been taken care of is the dude,
Yeah, the
which
commander.
is fucking the leader. So I'm gonna try to shoot that dude in his face.
All right.
I think it's important.
Go for it.
So let's see if I can shoot the dude in his face. I don't know. Steve, stop messing. Stop
Why?
messing around.
Whammy.
I feel like I'm messing around here. I don't like it. So it's so it's still average, right, against it?
Yes, because he's medium range from you.
Okay. Oh, and I'm gonna aim again. So, all right, bro. Come on, buddy. Don't fuck with me.
How'd you do?
And that looks
Well,
good.
let's see.
Well, I have 3 successes and an advantage,
2
2
advantages,
advantages.
and 2 threats and 1 miss.
So no advantage, but you got two successes. So
successes,
you'll
yeah.
actually do extra damage.
Yeah.
I got 2 successes, so that's
So-
cool. Okay.
So
Awesome.
you'll
What's
do.
the damage on your weapon?
My slug thrower, 7.
Woo.
So then, since you have 1 above the success you need, you will do 1 additional damage.
How do you do a crit? Well, how does that work?
So a crit is 2 ways. So 1, if you roll triumph, you can use that to initiate a crit. Every weapon has a crit rating.
Right, so my crit rating is
And
5. So what's that mean?
So that means that you would need 5 advantage
Oh, okay.
in order to activate it.
Okay,
So
okay, I
if
see
you
what you're
roll
saying.
5 advantage, then you would be
Okay.
like, I crit.
Okay. So in this case, it does a lot of damage, but it's harder to crit with.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
much more difficult.
Okay,
to
but I do
Did you
hit.
say you said 6 damage?
It's a 7 normally, and then I get an extra one, I think.
Oh,
8 damage,
nice.
yeah.
8 damage. Wow.
which is see,
That's a lot of
A lot of
damage.
damage.
Well, that's what I'm saying. The select door is crazy because it's loud and obnoxious, but like it does do a lot of damage.
yeah.
Yeah, you are definitely going to be drawing the aggro.
So I'm just like, oh, good. he can't
Leave my Jedi alone!
my Jedi alone.
Okay, Mirok, what you gonna do?
So Mirok is concerned for Mira's safety. At this point, everything seems to be focused over there. So he's going to put the blaster away again. All fours run as fast as he can towards the ship, trying to stay stealth.
Okay, give me a stealth roll. I'm gonna make it easy because there's a lot of fire going around. Very unlikely they're gonna hear you
Okay.
or see you.
Of course. Two failures and 3 advantages.
Oh, dang.
It was very easy.
I know it was very easy.
Let's see.
I get that!
You know what? I will say that you gain. Let's see. That the next time that you finally can push off the environmental pressure die
Okay.
that you have. So get
All
rid
right.
of that setback die. That
somebody
you
saw.
you decided to just power through.
Mm-hmm.
You finally figured out. You know what? You got the crystal. And your friend's life is more important than your discomfort, so
Yes.
you're just shrugging it off.
Nice.
Okay. So Iron Arm,
But somebody saw me.
yeah. They saw you. Or more like you are not stealthy. They can
Right.
still attack you.
Gotcha.
Is how it's gonna be. Okay. So Iron Arm has you in his sights, Steve.
Shit, yeah, he does.
He
Well, so I
is
shot him,
done.
and now he's gonna shoot at me.
Yup.
Makes sense.
He is gonna shoot you with his blaster.
I don't like that.
Luckily, you got a little cover.
I'm up there. I'm up on the perch.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's pick the one perch without cover.
Okay.
That's what I did.
He hits you, and he is going to be doing 7 damage.
I don't like that.
Oh God.
I don't like where that went.
So what's your so?
3, so I take 4 damage.
Yes.
Gee, many Christmas cripes.
Oh, at least you got a decent amount of
I
health.
scream, ouch, like, ouch! I'm just cursing under my breath.
All right, it's next round. So
Don't worry, I can heal you.
whoever
roll
wants
again?
to go. Nope. It's the action slot, so you guys can choose since it's a
So-
PC action slot. One of you can go.
If you want, I can go for. Do I see him running towards? Do I see Mirok running towards the ship?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, oh shoot, I don't want them to pay attention to you. So I will. Actually, I'm gonna see if I can hit the droid because it's down, and I don't.
It's down,
want
but it's
that
still-
Thing. Yeah, I don't want that thing
All
leaving.
right, so you take the first slot.
Yeah, so let me take the first slot. I'll jump out and no, actually, I'll say, if you drop your weapons, we can end this, and then I'm gonna shoot at the droid because then I'm not shooting at them. Maybe they'll listen to me still. Am I close enough that it's an easy?
Well, are you still up on the rim of the?
Yes.
Then no, it would be average
Average,
still
okay.
because short is like
gonna-
here at this table.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So then I'm gonna aim. So come on. Oh, so close to a triumph. Okay, so that cancels out. That cancels out. Ooh, excellent. And I got 1. So I got an advantage. So I'm gonna heal. Actually, yes, I got 1 advantage and 2 successes. So I'm gonna heal up a little bit of strain, take a breather, and then so that's, let's see here. So 5 damage plus an additional 1, so 6 damage to the mech.
Awesome.
To the droid?
Ooh, yeah, to the droid.
Nice.
All right, so the droid is starting to fritz a little more. You notice, which is pretty good. It's shooting wildly right now, but it's gonna try and attack
That's
you
fine.
the best that it can.
I believe in you.
And it misses because, of course, it does.
Did any of the stormtroopers take my offer?
No, they are going to fire at you. Or there's one group that's going to be firing at you, and another that's going to be firing at Akkron
That doesn't
here.
make any sense.
Ruh-roh.
Doesn't make any sense at all. I don't understand it.
They're not very
Like,
sensible.
it's just a slug thrower. Calm down.
It's not even
Yeah.
a laser weapon.
It's barely
Come
a
on,
weapon,
guys.
guys.
She just blew a hole in that one guy.
It's fine.
Okay, So the stormtroopers are going to do 7 damage to you, Pedro.
Good Lord Almighty.
Okay, so that's 4.
Dude, these stormtroopers are way better than the stormtroopers I've encountered.
I
These
just
guys are
rolled
good.
really well.
I'm just like, go!
The tails are untrue.
Did they crit me?
Oh shoot! No, they're gonna crit you.
Oh,
Where do these stormtroopers come from? I want to
Yeah,
know
what-
where they train these guys. These mother suckers.
What can I say? I have the luck of the Sith.
But I have the luck of the Sith.
Not yet.
No, this is the luck of the Sith, Akkron.
Aw.
They do 9 damage.
Take
to you.
notes.
shit, dude.
Holy crap.
Well,
Take notes.
I don't feel awesome.
Yeah. Remember to take your soak.
I
Your
will.
Sith and
3,
iron.
but that's still 6 points of damage. That's still half
So
of the health.
I'm
left.
not really feeling awesome.
I can heal you a little.
So I just fall off my perch. Fuck it.
I can't take this embarrassment.
This is too much. I'm getting killed by stormtroopers. I'm so mad about it.
Did anybody have a grenade? We need a grenade.
We specifically didn't have the money to get a
I
grenade.
know.
They're
I
expensive.
didn't have money to get rope. Look at a grenade.
All right,
rope
it's,
money.
you guys have 2 actions you can fill.
So
Okay, so I am going to. From the last run, am I at the ship? Or
Yeah.
am I still running?
Yeah,
Okay.
you're at the ship. It's just you were not stealthed. As
All
well.
right. So
Don't leave us.
I'm going to go in the ship.
Did you find the leaders?
I'm again going to think in terms of stealth. If I was going to attack somebody and there was somebody that I could hold as hostage, I would leave somebody on the ship. So I'm going to assume that there are stormtroopers on the ship, hoping that Mira's alive. If they killed Mira, there wouldn't be a reason to leave someone. But I'm going in with that in mind, so I'm not sure what you want me to roll. But I'm going to go in quickly and quietly.
Okay, just give me another stealth roll.
Okay. At
And
what level?
I at easy, and I will add a boost die because right now with all of the kerfuffle going on, they're going to be distracted.
it's quite a kerfuffle.
Gotcha. All right.
I like the
so
kerfuffles.
that is 2 successes and 2 advantages.
All right.
Nice.
So you go onto the ship and you see Mira in the cockpit like this. So she is still alive. She has her hands on her head, and there's a stormtrooper who's got his gun pointed kind of at her, but he's looking outside the window at all
At
of the
what's going on.
nonsense. Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm assuming that's all my actions for now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And the one last action.
I gotta shoot this guy in his face, bro. He's gotta go. Oh god. So I'm gonna aim.
All right.
See if you can get a few ricochets in to kill
Something's
more.
going on. Yeah, I just gotta kill the main dude, even though he hasn't really. He's the one who shot me last time, right? No, or this.
No, that was
so
the
all the
minions.
damage is done from these fucking stormtroopers.
But that's what happens when you stand out.
I guess so, man.
Okay, you're the commander. You spoke first.
Jesus.
Die first.
God, this is rough. Okay, let's give it a
Cut the
shot.
head off and the chickens will run, right?
Okay, let's see if I can.
These aren't clones. They're programmed. Actually, I don't know if they're clones or not.
That didn't look good. So what this is
Those are threats.
threat. So I got threat. Success.
Success.
It's three
you got 3
2
successes.
threats.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, that's pretty.
That's pretty good roll there
So
because you do a lot of damage.
I do, thank God. So that means I got more damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll get an
That's-
additional 2.
Dude, so that's 9 damage. You don't 9 me, I'll 9 you back.
Okay.
Wee.
He kind of moves back from that blast.
Second
You can
time I
tell
hit him.
you did a lot there.
God damn it.
Yeah.
He's really tough.
He's a tough
I
mover.
don't like him.
Okay. Back up to the
not
top.
I shoot him point blank. I just shoot him in the chest again. I'm like, God damn.
He had good armor. Tops me if I remember right.
Well,
Oh wait, no,
let
it's
me check
it's a character slot. So yeah, you can go.
Do it, man.
So is Mira facing my direction?
She was looking at the stormtrooper, but she caught you out of the corner of her eye, and she slowly like looks at
Okay.
you, and you can see her
Fine.
eyes get wide.
I'm gonna stay in my stealth position, but if I catch her, I'm gonna put my hand out. I'm gonna hold up 1 finger, let it down, and hold up 2 fingers, and then watch her. And point. 1 finger up, 2 fingers up, point at the stormtrooper, and then hold my hand down and watch her.
Okay, so she slowly nods. She thinks she gets what you're trying to do.
She nodded.
Yeah.
Okay. Sounds good.
The stormtrooper is still looking outside.
It's like, oh god, I'm glad I'm in here.
Yeah, pretty much.
All you hear is the slow
Just blam, blam.
I like the last one I was envisioning is you're up on the hill, Steve, and the first shot comes up and you're like, that wasn't so bad, and then
Yeah. I was like, oh,
okay,
shit.
that was a little bad.
God.
Stormtrooper just fucking rock me.
All right, So I'm going to take the remainder of this turn to aim at the stormtrooper.
Well, you can
You can
aim
do
and
that.
attack. So
But I did some actions with getting her.
Those are called incidentals. So if you try and communicate with someone or pick up an object or something, they're incidentals. You can do those for free.
All right.
So since
I am aiming.
So you're point blank range too, or what?
No, I'm not that close. I don't think I'm that close.
No, he's not point blank, but he would be short, I'm assuming, because it's on the ship. You're in a similar room.
Which is one.
One, bro. You got
one.
now's the
You
time.
can do it.
Okay.
Then fly the hell out of here. Get your yellow crystal. Go.
So I have 4 successes.
Oh shit.
And that advantage can say I have 4 successes. My weapon crits at 4 successes.
No.
Hell yeah.
Wait, is it successes or is it advantage? Now.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
It's
Yes,
advantages,
it's
right?
advantages.
But then you do a
So I have
ton
4
of damage.
successes and 1 advantage is my net roll. 4 successes, 1 advantage.
Okay.
So if you have strain, you can use the advantage to heal 1.
Okay.
Um,
Is that what I'm doing? I
well,
will
you-
definitely heal straight. I'm
You
asking
get to
you.
pick.
Oh, you get to pick. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a list of stuff that you can do. I was actually looking at it.
What other options for the advantage? I can recover a strain. I can add to the next allied character. No. Notice a single important point. No. Inflict a critical injury that deals past soak. Or inflict a critical injury with a successful attack that deals damage past soak. That feels like the one I want to do.
Yeah,
But cost may vary. So the critical injury, that's what the
that's the
critical
4
thing.
thing?
Yeah.
All right. I'm healing.
And then and then also weapon qualities are another thing. Sometimes weapons have like certain special things you can
Yeah.
do.
So do I get +1 damage for each success over the top?
You
So I
betcha.
get 8 points of damage.
Woo! Okay, the stormtrooper dies.
Yes!
Just completely obliterated.
Good. I was
there.
getting afraid. I was getting afraid of these guys. I was
Yeah.
like, what kind of armor is this?
Q Wilhelm's.
Okay, and
He
then
drops.
at which point I'm going to stand up and walk down the hallway and go, I was asking if there's 1 or 2! 9 didn't help!
1 or 2. Yes.
Out to those
And
guys.
now you fly away.
All right, so that was my
What the
action.
hell is happening out there?
Wait, there's troopers out there, and you saw the one in here. There's 4 more, 6. There's a bunch still outside, and then there's the robot. We need to get the guns going.
Okay, let's do it.
Does this ship have guns?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, who doesn't have guns?
Well,
Me?
Firefly class ship normally wouldn't.
Yes, a normal.
I mean, I barely have a gun. I have a slug thrower. That's it's not impressive.
Hey, right now it's pretty impressive.
That's right.
All right.
All right.
So going back outside, the probe droid is going to take another pot shot at you, Pedro.
Fucking droid, man. It's killing us. It's not true. The stormtroopers are killing
The
us.
stormtroopers,
Which
are
is ironic.
very. Ooh.
I wasn't even afraid of them. I was like, oh, we just got a couple things to deal with. Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Oh, he's gonna do 9 damage to you.
Ooh.
This droid's a dick.
Okay.
I'm just rolling really well. Sorry, guys.
So that's close to me dying
She's
or
like-
being knocked out.
So you know this game is over pretty soon. Just so you guys are aware. We're just gonna. It's just like bad. It's gonna be luck of the draw. It's gonna be bad luck.
Okay. So what?
This is gonna be the new trainer. He's gonna be a cat.
So,
I'm gonna go find some Padawans.
So then
Is there? Oh wait. Oh yeah. It's still.
the
it's still
the stormtroopers are gonna go now.
Oh God! Please miss me.
The Force has heard your prayers.
Thank you.
The
I have 2 wounds left.
The other group.
I'm about with you, man. I'm not
The
doing too
other
good.
group. The other group also misses.
Thank God.
So lucky. Or unlucky rather. So now you guys have 2 actions to.
Okay.
Let's do some stuff.
Yeah. Let me see. What can I? What are my maneuvers here? Is this guard stance? Can assume guard stance contributes against melee? No.
Because the droid, it's been hit once, right? Pedro hit it. Oh, you just threw it into stuff. Does that really hurt it?
That didn't do any damage. It made it kind of prone. Or actually, no, it did do a little bit of damage. But the droids have a really high soak value. So
good.
they're hard to get damage through.
Oh,
Do we
good.
have 1 or 2 maneuvers?
Who?
I mean, us. Do we get 1 or 2 maneuvers? Because this aim, it says add 1 if you character's next combat check, or 2 if you spend 2 maneuvers. So,
you can get an extra maneuver if you inflict strain on yourself.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna do that
Oh, okay.
because I have more strain than health right now. So let me see here. So tell me how many are, so there's the droid, there's the commander who's probably looking pretty bad, and then how many stormtroopers are left?
There are 6 troops.
There's 6 troopers.
Yeah. Because you guys haven't really been hitting at the stormtroopers much.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and use a double boost to aim at the droid.
Okay.
Because I really need to kill something. Actually, no, I should whittle down numbers. I'm gonna shoot at the stormtroopers.
All right.
So let's see here. 2. Okay. Oh, and I take a strain, so let's.
You know what? I gotta find.
Okay, so. Oh man, I got a failure, so I failed, but I have 4 advantage.
Ooh.
So let me see. Is there anything? Let's see. Negate the target enemy's defense bonus, such as. Let's see here. Ignore penalizing environmental effects, such as no. Gain +1 melee or ranged defense until the end of active character's next turn. Okay, I think I'm gonna do that. I am going to gain +1 melee. Sorry, ranged defense until the end of my next turn. I'm gonna use 3 of them for that, and then I'm gonna give with my final one. Steve, I'm gonna give Akkron a bonus to your next check, so you'll get a blue die to your next roll.
Like one of these?
Yeah. So since I have 4, so I missed my shot, but since I have so much advantage, I'm able to give myself a bonus and you.
So I can only get 1 bonus. That's no matter what, right?
No.
So if I can aiming 2 and then you give me another one, I get 2.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And then also you can take a strain to get an additional maneuver, so you could theoretically get a 2 bonus aim and then roll 3 bonus dice.
Yeah, dude, that's theoretically what I'm doing. So I just take 1
so
strain.
the idea with that is that you're giving an advantage. You basically have turned the guys so they kind of focus at you, so they put a blind side to him or something like that.
Yeah, and then I kind of duck behind, give myself a little bonus, so you'll get an extra another black die for if you shoot me until my next turn.
Okay.
Okay.
So we'll see how this goes, man. I'm hoping that if I can kill the dude, with the leader dude, I'm really hoping that like maybe they'll fucking shit themselves or something. I don't know.
If nothing else, they get nervous.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh shoot! Actually, I don't know if that does anything for me because I go next. Because after you, then they don't go again, right?
I don't think so.
Oh no, they don't. Ooh, force the target to drop a melee or ranged weapon. Ooh, okay. So since I shot at the stormtroopers, can I have some of them drop a melee or ranged weapon? So it says for 3 rather than giving myself a bonus because I won't be able to use it. Then can I have them drop their weapon?
No, they just get Butterfingers and they fumble it? Yeah, sure.
Cool, I'll use the 3 advantage for
Wow,
that. You still get the bonus.
Stormtroopers I know.
So at least a group of them, yeah.
One of the
One of the
throws
groups
at you.
will, okay, yep, that works.
He just throws at you, bounce off your chest.
Yeah.
There we go.
He panicked.
So, not successful exactly. They aren't dead, but
Actually screams.
I get to embarrass them a little bit.
And that's what
Alright.
stormtroopers are for.
So you see one stormtrooper drop his weapon like a hot potato, and the other 2 are like, Jenkins! And they're just standing there berating him as
Fucking
he's
Jenkins.
got Butterfingers trying to bring his weapons up again.
You're trying to look good in front of the commander. You're screwing this up, and you always do this.
We've been hitting things and everything!
Exactly!
I had a good day. You're screwing this up.
Sorry, guys. Fucking Jenkins. You've got to be shitting me, Jenkins!
All right, next turn.
So,
for you
Okay,
guys.
so I'm going to shoot the commander dude again. I'm going to really try really hard.
You got lots
You
of
got
bonus dice.
lots of bonuses.
Oh, that is so sad.
Fucking duck.
What?
Are you kidding me right now? So I have, this is
One
just an
success and
advantage.
1 advantage.
1 success. Well, I have
have
4
4
advantages.
4
Just have 2
advantages. Four. Okay, so then these ones are away.
You just have 2 advantages.
Yeah.
Fucking shit.
Oh god. So the 2
Phew.
So the 2 advantage. So you could add let's see. You could add a black die to one of
That would
their
be
next
pretty
checks.
good.
That way, it's harder to shoot and kill me, who's about to die.
Oh, I could do that.
We who are about to die. So
Or you can get a free maneuver that does not exceed 2 maneuver. No, you already did that. Yeah, for keeping me alive,
Yeah,
the
man.
black die would
I
be the
totally
best
black
thing.
die you, so I just cover fired you, bro.
And,
Yeah.
and for the other one, you can take one strain off, right?
No, so that one is a 2.
Two.
No,
Okay,
that's fine.
yeah.
Just take that
Yeah.
one, and apparently I kept him at bay for you, bro.
I'm one blaster away from not being able to teach you guys.
This is horrible, bro. This stormtroopers are way
Actually,
better than her.
I think we should let you go before me, so
Yep.
you can try and blast
That's
them.
exactly what I was going to ask.
Let's do that.
So we're back to the top?
I'm so scared.
Wait, they have another one.
Iron Arm gets to go.
There we
So
go.
Oh no.
he holsters his blaster and
I don't like that.
he pulls out what looks to you to be a frag grenade.
Oh, God.
You know what?
There's the grenade. We could have had one.
See, how do these guys afford so many grenades?
They're destroyed by the Empire.
Yeah.
And he
Subsidized.
misses.
Does he fumble it? God, I hope he
Throws
fumbles
it.
He doesn't fumble
Hits a
or
rock,
anything.
dink, 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 rolls down the hill back at him. Is it that bad?
It's not that
Oh.
bad.
He just missed.
He-
That would have been the despair.
He throws it. Yeah, that
So I just watch
the
it go over my
despair
head?
would have been that it blew up in his face.
Yeah.
But yeah, it goes over your head and does absolutely nothing.
He throws it at me, I slap it back to him.
Back to you.
No, no.
Not to you, but the poor creatures on the other side of the mountain.
All right, Jenkins, you don't have to feel so bad. Your dad also missed.
These guys are too afraid to criticize him. Way to go, Commander!
Your dad!
Good one, sir!
You're only here because of your fucking dad, Jenkins!
So, how quickly can we get the ship ability to shoot? I mean, am I gonna
Actually,
take
I have a question. Are the stormtroopers at the back or the front of the ship? Oh, they're at the front of the ship.
They're at the front
They're at the
because
front,
they
okay.
were sort of flanking
That's
the
right.
commander.
So you can't just turn the thrusters on.
Yeah. Oh, that would have been great.
Yeah.
Barry, if you want to look at the ship, it's on page 265.
Okay.
So you can use the weapons that are listed there.
Okay, so I'm turning quickly to 265, and I'm noticing we're in the Quester Light Freight, the Cimmerian, or the Medium Freighter.
The light freighter.
Quester Light Freighter. Silhouette, speed, handling. I'm not seeing anything about. Well, there we go. The medium laser fire arc. Oh, well, I'm going to be using the ventral turret-mounted medium laser cannon.
Okay, you go.
All right.
Yeah,
So-
use the ventral.
And does that...
So I'm going to use gunnery, and
You have that?
I do have gunnery, and at what distance? Yep.
Cat has gunnery.
Well, so this
Okay.
is where it gets interesting, is that vehicles are now shooting at non-vehicles.
Right.
So they're going to be, you're going to be shooting at a silhouette of 0, which means it's incredibly easy to hit, which makes sense because they're right freaking in front of the ship.
Okay.
And it's going to be a lot easier to get critical hits on these guys, I'm saying, because you're basically going to melt them with the weaponry
Okay.
that you
Now my
have.
whole thing is to try and strafe and get them to run for cover, stopping attacking these guys.
Okay.
I don't know that I'm per se trying to. My mental thinking is not to necessarily kill them, just to go across and get them to dive for cover.
Yeah.
So if I don't really hit or kill anyone, I'm fine as long
Please
as they
kill them.
succeed at not.
Yeah, if you
You
hit
don't have
them,
stormtroopers
they're
in
going to
Malthus.
go away.
All right. So I have my ability to hit. What am I throwing with that?
You are going to throw 1 purple die.
Yep.
Because it's a silhouette
Wait,
of
what's
0.
your gunnery at? No, do you have ranks in it?
No.
Oh, you don't have ranks. Okay, you just have a good amount. Okay, yeah.
All right. We ready?
All right, if you want to...
So I have 2
nice.
successes and an advantage.
Fucking me,
Nice.
ow.
Okay.
So with the it's a 1 cost or 2 cost to do the black die.
1 cost.
It's
Your
No.
advantage? Oh, I'm sorry, 2.
no. So with 1 advantage, so you can add a bonus to one of us.
So I'm going to give the bonus to Akkron.
Yeah.
So basically, I've got him to turn away from where you're shooting at.
Okay.
All right. So again, 2 successes, 1 advantage. Advantage is used. I have 2 successes. So damage from that gun would be 7.
Right. So you're basically going to melt both of the stormtrooper minions. Just...
All the stormtroopers?
Yup.
Okay. Okay.
Pew, 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 pew. Nice.
Because
Holy shit.
ship guns to, creature combat is just ridiculous.
So you just killed the most dangerous stormtroopers in the galaxy.
Yeah, seriously.
All I'm thinking is that gets them to run so you guys can get clear.
Oh, tell me to. Yeah, dude.
All right.
Just for the record, Jenkins died without his father's approval.
You actually saw me shrug.
Yeah.
Yeah, so as Iron Arm is turning around looking at you guys, The
Doesn't care
droid
about the kid at
is
all.
still desperately trying to accomplish something. What is my purpose?
The droid. Goddamn droid.
Droid's out of there.
Yeah.
And
I'm a freaking probe droid.
the droid actually succeeds.
Oh my
In
god.
shooting-
Oh no,
Bobby?
no, I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I read it wrong. The droid misses.
Thank
Oh,
God.
good God.
Sorry.
I see the bolt coming and swerve.
Jenkins gets up, he's not dead. Ah! Hits Jenkins in the back. I think I'm okay. Ugh.
And the minions are all toast, so it's back to you guys now.
Okay, so do you want to go first?
Let's do it. So you
Actually,
give me a
I'll
bonus
let-
dice.
I gave
Yes.
you one bonus die,
And then I aim, another bonus dice.
and you can strain yourself for one more aim.
I do. I strain the hell out of myself. I'm like, really aiming. God damn it. I got one eye, like Popeye, just popping out.
That's when the tongue comes out.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, be like water. Right. I think we're going. Here we go.
All right.
Come on, buddy. So again,
Are you hitting Iron Arm or
I'm
the
going for
droid?
Jenkins' dad.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you're going for Jenkins' dad? Okay.
Fuck you, Jenkins' dad!
Iron Arm Jenkins. Well, I see no net successes. I see 2 net advantages.
So I have
and
two,
that's
su-
it.
two successes.
And then 2 failures on the purple die.
So that done. Then this
Yep.
takes away 2 of my advantages.
You have 2 net advantages.
No, 2 net advantages.
So you could give me a bonus.
Do it.
Yeah.
Can I give Jenkins' dad a minus?
Yeah.
You could
You
actually.
can.
You can give him a black die.
I give him a black die.
So-
Fuck
So you
Jenkins' dad.
basically
Alright.
take a shot really close to him, which makes him have to back off of his stance.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go for that droid because I think he has Jenkins' dad under control,
Your son loved his mom more.
and I'm gonna strain my.
All of the insults we throw are, personal, deep hearted.
I quickly use sense to figure out their attachment to each
familial
other.
connection.
Yes.
We know about your back child support, Jenkins' dad.
I don't remember anything in the Jedi Code against mental mental strain.
He just throws his gun and sits
Yeah.
down. Like,
I'm sorry, son.
I'm a bad dad.
Ooh, a triumph!
Oh,
And no. So let's see here. Okay, so that.
1 threat, 1 success, 1
So
triumph.
1 threat, yeah, 1 success, 1 triumph. So I'll do a critical on the droid. So he would roll, I think, on the critical table, but that's actually if he's still alive. So I deal.
The droid is still alive.
So I deal 5 plus an additional 1, so that's 6 points of damage.
Okay, I'm gonna need a D100, Barry, if you would be so
Percentile dice.
kind.
Hand them down. There's 1. There's 2. Go. Pass.
Come on.
I'm gonna need you to kill this droid, please.
15.
Oh.
It's not very high up there.
No, it's not. So sudden jolt. The target drops whatever is in hand.
Aww.
So he does not. He loses his weapons then. Okay.
It's still alive though.
It's still alive. Yeah.
damn it,
Droids have really high soak
So now
value.
your triumph.
I want to be
Yes.
a droid.
No, the triumph. So the triumph was that. It was the,
Oh, the
roll,
crit.
the
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, was it
okay.
crit?
Yeah.
Oh, because your roll just wasn't
Yeah. The
amazing.
D100 you want the higher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because then if he gets another critical on him, then we roll D100 again, and that adds to where he is on the
Jimmy,
table.
Chris,
Yeah. Criticals
Yeah.
can like build
We
up.
need to build some
stack.
criticals up here. Stat.
They stack, yeah. If you're at 151, you die. Okay, so I believe it is Iron Arm because both you guys acted.
Yeah.
Both active.
You both
yes.
acted,
He has
and
a, he has a black die.
Yes.
he has a black die.
And
Okay,
he's hurt his pride.
and his
Yes.
pride is injured.
He knows he
very,
can't. I asked him to throw
very
another grenade at me.
much.
It seems like that might be something he's not great at, and I hope that continues.
Okay.
I think his depth perception's off. He has one eye.
He
outside
only
there.
gets 1 grenade. That's all the subsidy
Standard
the
issue,
Empire
1
does.
grenade.
Per squad.
One grenade,
Yes.
30 feet of rope.
This
That's
is
Give me
it.
the
true.
grenade. I'll throw it.
He does manage to hit
Of course he
you
fucking does.
for 6 damage.
I just assume my guy's standing up going, come on, hit me! For 6 damage. For fucking
Yeah.
shit sticks. I soaked 3, so my guy's literally like, I literally sit down on the ground and was like, fuck this. I'm bleeding all over the place.
No, you're not. They're lasers.
Smoldering everywhere.
Yeah, smoldering.
It's been cauterized.
Is there any way for me to heal any of this or not really?
Yeah, well, so once combat's over, I have the Jedi ability to heal us.
And you
So-
guys do have stims.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we do. Who has this?
That's
This fucking guy in the ship over here.
Come outside and throw him at his face.
Like darts. And you guys are jumping into
Hey,
him.
don't worry. He has some stems. It's cool.
I don't
worry
think
about it.
I know I got one. Was that all we got? Was one stem?
Yeah, I got one stem.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you
I
have
thought
it.
you had more for some
No,
reason.
we had one.
Okay.
We're on a budget.
All right. Well,
We're on a budget.
We're saving the
it's-
galaxy on a budget.
it's your turn, basically.
Okay. So who?
The way I'm looking at it,
Actually-
it's like, you know what? I'm pretty concerned about Mira. I'm going to give her the stem.
She's got a little scuff. So you should go first.
Yeah,
and try
I'm gonna
and
go
blast.
I just rubbed my crystals on my wound. I'm just crying. Like, I know you're. I'm sorry.
All right, so I'm going to take a shot again.
So there's the droid that's still up, or the commander.
Kill that droid, bro.
I feel like I would go for the droid.
The droid- no, the droid
seems
makes
bad.
sense.
If it gets away, so
It's
I'm
been
shooting
doing the most damage.
Yeah, I'm going to
That's tough.
shoot the droid. So gunnery
Well, obviously the commander's only going to kill me.
Yeah.
for shooting
So-
the droid. Am I 1 or 2 purples?
One purple.
And am I anything else?
You can maneuver.
Yeah, you can do your aim, I think, on
Yeah.
ship combat.
And you can take a strain to get an additional blue die.
Can you really?
Yeah, because you can use strain to get an additional
Take
maneuver.
another blue die.
Bam, do it.
I will take that strain.
double aim.
All right. And I kind of zero in the little whirling circles.
Yep.
And they spin around and they spin around and they
Nice.
line up. And that's when I shoot. 2 successes and an advantage.
Okay. Let's see. So those do.
You can give him a.
His
6
the
damage.
base and plus the 1 extra success, so 7 damage.
7 damage. Well, that droid is still up,
Oh my
You can
lord.
give him the
but
advantage.
barely.
Yep, and I'm going to pass the advantage up to Akron.
Okay.
Catch it.
So the
And that's why he gets
droid,
shot. Just keep jumping up for all the
Jumping up with
advantages.
I got it.
the droid spends its turn trying to recover from the critical hit,
Good.
and is probably not going to do it. No, it does not. Okay, back to you guys then.
So that you try and take that guy
I
down.
got it to take him down. So I got advantage, right? So
Yes.
I got aim, got regular advantage, taking a strain. I'm doing it all. This is all or nothing, man.
Are
I'm
you
gonna
shooting
die.
at the droid or iron?
Oh, I'm shooting an iron arm. Like,
Iron arm?
me and iron arm, we're just keep shooting each other. Ow, ow, God. We're just horrible, dude. It's like back and forth. I'm like, I got you. He's like, I got you.
Like fine Englishmen on a field. My shot, your shot, my shot, your shot.
Take 10 paces, you fool. All right.
Hey, that's a. Oh wait, no, I thought I saw a triumph.
Oh,
All right,
like
so
a-
there's 5 advantages and a miss.
So my
Are you
critical is
kidding?
5.
No,
But you
missed. But I missed.
You missed.
oh.
So, but you have how much? 5 advantage?
5
Yeah.
advantages.
So you could
Add
if you
a-
give +1, no, not defense, force to drop, no. So you could force the target. So for 3 of them, you could have him drop his weapon, and you could give me, let's see, me a bonus.
Okay, so I give you a bonus. I apparently shot his weapon and he dropped it.
There you go.
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
we'll take that.
I'm a dead eye.
I mean,
fool.
but it's a slug thrower too.
Yeah.
I mean, it just that sting of it getting hit.
Right.
Yeah.
So the gun goes away.
Don't play with me, Jenkins' dad.
Do I think the droid is like done?
He has any weapons.
It's you think that it's probably still quote unquote operational
It's
slash
definitely
alive,
still
but
moving.
it's
All it
not.
has to do is get
Not
that.
moving.
It gets that one antenna up.
Yeah.
We're screwed.
So okay, so then
We could probably force this dude to surrender now, too.
yeah,
The droid.
I got to get rid of the droid.
Yeah, once we get rid of that guy, this guy's no weapon.
We
He's
don't
by
want
himself.
them to know what's happening. So I'll shoot at the droid.
Okay.
Ooh, a triumph. Okay, let's
Shut
see
your
here.
mouth.
Yeah.
3
So
successes, 1 advantage, 1 triumph.
yeah. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna have it roll on the. Actually, let me see something here. What can I upgrade the difficulty of target's next check? The target no. Upgrade an ally's next check, including that of the current. Okay. I'm thinking I'm gonna actually kill it, so I'm gonna actually give a bonus to who's the next person to go out of us.
I think so.
I think it's-
What's the top?
Yeah.
So it could be me. It could be any of the 3 of us.
Okay. So to try and upgrade the difficulty of target's next check, I will upgrade the difficulty of his because I think actually he's gonna go the
Akkron?
no, not Akkron because iron
Iron Arm.
Yeah. So
Okay.
I'll upgrade the difficulty of his. So he gets an upgraded difficulty die. That's my critical or
Alright.
my triumph. And then for the droid, I mean I do 2, 3 additional, so that's 8 points of damage.
Is it 3 additional or 2 additional?
Oh,
Because don't you have to do 1 success takes it?
The triumph is a success.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Okay.
so 8 additional. So I'm hoping that will kill it.
It does.
Cool.
So do we see
Finally.
it boom, or is it a pathetical
There
that
we
just kind of falls to the ground?
Boom, and that,
It's a spectacular.
All right.
boom.
and that's what leads him to be at massive disadvantage. Boom.
All the other Imperials are in there.
Yeah.
And we go, oh, what's that boom? Let's go check it out.
So
crazy.
So yeah. So then he is standing there, and yeah. So
And you guys have 2 actions because droid's down, minions are down. Now it's
So
back
do you
to
want to go
guys.
first? Or do you want me to go?
I'm gonna have you guys go first. At this point, I'm gonna be talking to Mira. Get the ship started. Are we ready to go?
so let me ask you
Firing
this:
it up.
if you go, are you going to shoot to kill him?
Absolutely.
So I'll let you go first.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because
My
if
guys-
you don't kill him, I'm going to try and talk to him. So I'll
Right.
let you go
That's
first.
why it was really important for me to know who goes first. My guy's like, oh, Imperials? No, we don't. There's no mercy there. There's one of those. I hate those guys. So yeah, absolutely.
All right.
I don't think my guy's gonna be a very good Jedi. I'm just gonna say this too.
So you don't get the bonus blue because no.
Right.
Did
Yeah,
you?
no, we didn't give you a bonus boost, so you can get
Get
the
aim?
1 aim for aim. You can strain if you want.
I am straining too. I'm gonna just keep straining it, man. I don't give a shit.
You can strain.
I want to. You can strain. Fuck you, Jenkins. Dead. Okay, Jenkins.
Daddy Jenkins.
Okay, that is not good.
You know what? It's like the
So
Force
that's-
doesn't want me to kill
Right,
Jenkins.
one
Dead.
miss
Yeah.
and 1 advantage.
One miss, one advantage. Luckily, Jenkins Dead
Heal a
has a weapon.
strain.
Fine, I'll heal a strain.
Okay.
All right. So what?
So Jenkins is currently unarmed, correct? Or not Jenkins.
Yes.
Jenkins' dad. Jenkins is actually he's lost
Iron
both
arm.
of his arms
Yeah.
and his
Yeah,
legs
yeah.
over there.
No,
oh,
Iron Arm
Iron Arm.
has lost his weapon.
Okay.
And
Is a
he's
little rattled from the explosion that went off.
He's frantically
So-
looking for that
And is
weapon.
He just met a
thinking
Jedi.
like, oh crap, the ship's shooting at me now.
So, and I just read this. It's against the Jedi Code, technical and unarmed. And at this point, he is
Unarmed. Yep.
outnumbered.
Yep.
So I'm gonna come out with my gun pointed at him and say, "All right, get on your knees, and we'll and let's talk. Clearly, you are done. You have no friends. Your droid is dead. You're outnumbered."
I don't have any friends anymore.
Or a son.
Yes. And we killed your son. I don't know how we know, but your son's dead.
It wasn't my son. That was a
give
clone.
me a coercion roll. We're gonna say this is.
It's not charm. No,
it's not
smiling.
It's gonna be a hard coercion roll
fine.
because he is very stubborn.
Is there a maneuver that will help me? I doubt it.
I loan you my horns because I
loan you-
have an automatic success in that.
It's got to be
Maneuverless.
the other side of the sheet.
Oh, here it is. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see if there's anything that will help me manage gear. No, move. I'm gonna move closer. So I'll use my 1 maneuver to move closer, so I'm in short range.
All right.
So I want it to be hopefully a little bit more intimidating, but oh my
really
god.
Oh,
Well, no.
one net threat. No, one
No.
miss and 1 threat.
Yeah, I'm missing a threat.
Okay.
So,
So he's
I'm
not
walking
buying
out
it.
like injured, just like, you better freaking knock this crap off, bud. So
And it's at that point that you hear the
No.
telltale scream of twin ion engines coming up, and Iron Arm looks at you
Starts laughing.
and yes, you'll never make it out of here alive, and other cliche villain stuff.
you bastard.
Neither will you.
Okay.
And he's gonna spend his action diving for his pistol,
Uh-huh.
his blaster pistol, and it's back to you guys.
So,
I want to shoot him.
yeah.
I know it's surprising.
So
but
now
I
he's
feel like
Go
now
for
he's back
it.
to being armed, so I have no qualms.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, hold on a second. You went. I didn't go for
You
the
wanna
second.
go?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you didn't
That's right.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna. Mira, can we get over there and help him? Can we get the ship over there?
Well, you're
it's-
right. You're right there.
You're right there. You don't have to move it. To
Swivel them guns, yo.
Well,
they can
I'm looking
shoot
at.
the guns.
I'm looking at not shooting. I feel like he's too close for me to shoot if I make a mistake. I want to fly over there and pick him up. Is what I want to do.
We're right outside of you. We're
Yeah.
really
Are
right
we that
outside.
close?
Yeah, we're.
Yeah.
I mean, well, he's a bit
Because
farther
remember,
away. But
you guys had to come into this.
All right, so I'm going to
little
be perplexed.
basin.
I'll pass my action.
You're not gonna shoot him?
Well, you can.
No, I'm gonna be. I don't think I would. I don't think I would shoot.
Oh my
I'd
God.
be too worried about hitting him.
Oh, I see what you're
So
saying. I see
we'll
what
go
you're
back to you.
One thing you could do, interact with the. Are there sensors to see? Like, are you able to pick up what those ion engines are? Can you tell how many? Like, we got an enemy ship incoming.
Would Mira have gotten a? Boom, boom?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, she does. And she's
So
like,
if I can do it, then I will. Well, I don't even know what that would be. Read sensors. I don't know what that would
Or
be.
you can ask Mira.
yeah, you can just ask her.
Mm-hmm.
All right, we have 2 TIE fighters incoming.
Oh,
It
my
looks
Lord,
like
Jesus
we need to
Christ.
get out of here fast.
I agree. So I'm gonna get out of the cannon, then I'm gonna run down the outside of the ship and holler at these guys. Hurry up!
Okay. I'll do it. I'll leap off my. I'll leap off my perch. Start running
Okay.
towards them.
So you're running towards.
Are you gonna fire at all while you're running? And he would be, unless he stood up, he would be harder to hit from far away because if he's prone, ranged gets a black die against him, right?
Yes,
Or did
but
he-
he had gotten up to
Okay.
get his gun.
Okay.
So
But you're running down the hill.
Yeah, I mean, I'm leaping off my perch and running to the ship. I imagine it's gonna be a full round, so I don't care.
you could always swipe at him with your melee weapon.
Yeah, I
as
think that's
you're
what I do.
going back.
I just put my rifle on my back, leap off the thing. As I'm running past, like if he gets up off the ground with this thing, I'll try to swipe it with my force pike and see what. see
Okay,
what I can
do that. It'll be an easy roll because it's engaged.
So it's not
If
quite
you're
as good.
if you're close enough to touch him, it'll be easy.
And I don't get any bonus dice for anything, right?
Unless you, oh no, you're using your maneuver to run. So
yeah,
unless you want to strain, then you can get.
You know, I always want to strain. I live my life in the strain zone.
Well, you roll so well on the advantage that it's a net positive usually.
It's true. It's true. What did I do with my purple dice? I dropped it. It's so dark. Hold on. Just let me find it in a second here. All right, here we go.
2 successes.
2 success and 1 advantage.
All right. What's the damage on that weapon?
That is 5,
Ooh.
with the critical of 2. So I don't quite
No,
get that
no.
though. But I do get
Okay.
5 damage.
So it'd be 6.
So
You only
6.
have-
So
you only
6
have one
damage.
advantage?
So 6 damage. Yeah.
Or you can heal strain, or you can add a blue to my next check.
You know I'm gonna add a blue to your next check.
Okay, cool. Is he still kicking?
Fuck this guy.
Okay. And is he armed now?
He will be on when his turn comes around. Yeah, he'll be armed.
Okay.
He is actively going for his weapon.
Yeah.
So as far as your code is concerned, I
Yeah,
think you would
he's-
consider him a target of opportunity.
I'm trying to see how I can activate a weapon quality. Oh shoot! You remember how much it is to activate stun? No, he's going for his gun.
Dude,
It,
yeah,
it
dude, you
depends.
gotta take this guy out.
Yeah.
We can't mess around with this fool.
So since I'm at short range, I gave you a chance, and then, just always remember, gave you a chance. Okay, and so I'll shoot. Actually, I'm not gonna use.
You're not going to strain yourself.
I'm trying to think I will strain myself, but I need to move too, so I'm gonna fire and then use my other strain to move. Well, I guess if he's dead, then I won't need to do it. Anyway, whatever.
Kill this dude, please.
Yeah.
Okay, there's
Cool.
There's 3 advantages and a success.
Yeah, three
Nice.
advantage. Oh, I almost got to crit. Almost, so close. So I do 6 points of damage to him.
Okay.
Is he still alive as
He
far as
is still alive.
I want his armor, man. That's all I'm saying.
He
Okay.
is. Yep. He is
and
really
I'll
armed.
give a black die to the next check of his because I move. Actually, no. If I run past him, will I be able to make it to the back of the ship?
Yeah.
Okay, so then I'll run to the back of the ship. Yeah.
Okay.
So you get inside?
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get inside too. The next one, I'm just gonna. The Iron Arm might have to die. On the
You smacked him. I shot him as we're running.
He's
by.
unkillable.
Yeah. So as you guys get onto the ship, and
Yep.
you guys.
As soon as they're on, I'm going to be hollering to Mira, go, go, go! And I'm pushing the door to get it shut.
Yep.
Pathetically
All right,
slow.
so she's lifting it up. You're shutting the door. You're taking off, and meanwhile, Mira sees Iron Arm fire some pot shots at you guys as you take off and leave the planet.
I want to find that guy again because he makes me so mad.
Yeah. We'll be back for you, Iron Arm.
Dun dun dun. And so you fly off into space with crystals in tow.
Oh, okay, this is it then.
This is it.
All right, the
This is
music's
it.
going. And we
Dun,
jump to
dun,
white
dun,
speed, or the
dun,
lights go by white, and
Yep.
Awesome. And we all just slumped in there. Oh. Who's got the stems?
We did not have control of that situation.
Not at all.
We're fighting over the one stem.
So here's the thing.
Yeah.
We only have one.
Don't worry. Use it. Use it on your. Use it on me. I'll heal you both.
I was gonna say use it on yourself.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
You're fighting. I'll say give it to Akkron and I'll heal the rest of us.
So I'll give you the stem.
Okay, what's it do? What's it do?
So it gives you 5 wounds, I want to say.
That's cool. I was down to
Gives
3.
you 5 wounds or heals.
No, it kills you.
It
Yeah,
gives you 5 wounds.
And you can use it multiple times, but it's less effective each time you use it.
And then, I mean, effectively, since we're going to have some time, I'll just... I'm going to start with me because you have the stem, and I'm just... Whoa, I'm going to try and just get to the force and, like, heal my wounds. Even though I'm going to be all
So
scarred.
I am definitely going to ask, where are we going?
Well, we have to, build our sabers, and while we could scrounge the parts, the trials that the Jedi, I was told, would go through was on, I believe it was Ilum. We're on Fennis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ilum is where the Empire has tight control of all of the Ilum versions of Kyber crystals, so it would be unlikely that you would want to go there.
Okay, yeah.
And if you thought this was hard...
Well, actually, at this point, what I would say is we need to just make ourselves scarce. Let's, Myra, if you can get us somewhere that just out of range of these dang Imperials for a moment, I will I'll consult my holocron and see if we can glean how to make these sabers.
Sure, I have a few ideas of where we can bunk.
We're not making sabers though. You don't know what we're talking about.
So Mira, the end. We'll see. Are we scening out with us flying towards wherever Mira's taking us? Okay, and see.
Set a course for Alderaan.
No, too soon.
Can't seem to find that one.
Soon.
We're in an asteroid field.
We'll never find
We're just gonna land on that moon over there.
Yeah. And then find us a random moon.
That's no moon.
Oh, that was good.
All right.
Oh.
Cool.
You guys have fun?
Yeah, pretty good. Thank you.
Good.
So we get experience too, right?
Oh, yes. Pardon me.
Lots of it. So much.
You do. And the way this works is that if you do certain things during the adventure, you get bonus experience.
Which totally makes sense.
Which I think is pretty cool.
Like not killing the troopers.
Well, actually, it's funny you say that because you avoided Imperial attention while you were in the cave, so everybody gets 10 additional XP for that.
Okay.
And then for getting your Kyber crystals and attuning to them, everybody gets 5 experience for that.
Okay.
And then for completing the adventure, it is a 20 experience bonus.
Nice.
Right.
Okay, so what's that total? 45?
So, 35.
I can't add.
35 additional. I'm at 55. If you haven't spent
Me
any
too.
yet, you should be there.
55. Cool. That's
right.
some good upgrades right there.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent. Thank you, Jess.
You're
Yeah,
welcome.
thanks, Jess.
I had fun too. You guys are great to roleplay with.
Thank you.
So next time, we're going to be building some lightsabers.
Lightsabers.
Yeah.
Purple.
Right.
Until I got my red one.
With time.
Thank you for listening to another NCRP Productions podcast. To stay on top of everything we're doing, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter, and like us on Facebook, all at NCRP Productions. You can show your support and help us continue to produce content by joining our Patreon. We offer additional podcasts like our B-sides and have GM materials, maps, and other fun things you can discover over time. You can find our podcasts on YouTube, Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, and many other fine podcast sites. Just look for us at NCRP Productions. We value your thoughts, so please don't hesitate to leave us feedback or comments. And if you would like to contact us directly, you can email us at ncrpproductions@gmail.com.